Greetings, adventurers, and welcome to the Summer 2021 Seasonal Tuvala Cup. I'm your caster, GM Armin, alongside my co-host, SoFrosty.
Hello, everybody.
And welcome. For those of you that are unaware with what's going on here, over the past week, we've been running a tournament to show our best seasonal players what they got. They've been competing in a 3v3 format over the past week, running through matches where we've had our partner streamers stream them for you guys, and now we have narrowed it down to the top 4 teams, and once again, they're going to be wearing their very own Tuvala gear with the best of the seasonal players. Now, as for a quick rundown of how the rules are going to work alongside our rewards, let's take a look at that right now. Frosty, take it away.
All right, so set 1 is going to be a 2 versus 2 best of 3. Each team is going to have 1 veto, so they're going to be able to ban 1 player from the opposing team. After their best of 3 round, they're going to go to set 2. Set 2 is also going to be a 2v2 best of 3 with a veto on each side. The same player cannot be vetoed twice. Set 3, same thing, 2v2, a vetoed player on each side. Again, same player cannot be vetoed twice, so every single player on each team will play at least 2 times. Set 4 will be a 1v1 best of 1 last man standing. This means the player on team A, if they win, will go on to play the second player on team B all the way until team B is completely eliminated. Set 5 will be a 3 versus 3 best of 3 round. The Arena of Arsha format rules will be HP decreased over time. Maximum HP will be decreased by 20% at the 2-minute mark. Maximum HP will be decreased again by 50% at the 1-minute mark, leaving their HP capped at exactly 50%. Armin, what are they getting for rewards?
All right, for your rewards, just a really quick shout out. Thank you to Alienware for providing us with rewards today for our winners. And as for those rewards, the first place team, each player of the team will be receiving an Alienware M15 Ryzen Edition R5 gaming laptop. That is pretty juiced, alongside their very own Alienware gaming mouse. And obviously, we do still have in-game rewards for all these prize winners. 15,000 pearls and 20 golden Arsha coins to the first place team. And as for the rest of our winners today, second place, third place, and fourth place. Second place, we're receiving 10,000 pearls and 12 golden Arsha coins. Third place, we're receiving 5,000 pearls and 8 golden Arsha coins. And fourth place, we're receiving 3,000 pearls and 4 golden Arsha coins. And as for everybody that's been competing over the past week, all 20 teams, each player of those teams will be receiving at least 1 golden Arsha coin. And as for those are our rules and rewards, and chat, you get your very own rewards. Make sure you guys do have your BDO account connected, as you will be receiving Twitch drops throughout the stream. And on top of that, at the very end of the stream, we will have our very own special code to give out to you guys, so make sure you guys stick around until the end. But regardless of that, those are our awards, those are our rules, those are everything that we've been going through. But how about our teams? Who is competing in our top 4 today? Let's go straight to the brackets. Frosty?
All right, on the left side of the bracket, we have Murdios versus Dark Fades in the semifinals match 1. The second match on the other side of the bracket is going to be the Notorious Pancake Family, not just the Notorious, Armin, against Haha. That's 4 Ha's.
Nice. All right, now those are our teams, but who is going to be competing first off? Murdios versus Dark Fades is going to be our first match today. We'll be getting into it in a little bit, but before we get into it, let's take a quicker analysis of how these teams are running. We know the players. What are they playing, Frosty?
All right, so Vert's coming in with Alon, Masilis, aka Nazuru's coming in on Sork, Divios on Striker per usual, Froge is going to be on a Mystic, Durham on a Sork, Gesso on a Warrior. This matchup is really fascinating to me because there's kind of a lot of the same on both sides.
Yep.
Mystic versus Strikers sort of cancel each other out in some way, shape, or form. 2 Sorks, obviously, and then Durham is supposed to be the protege of Masilis too. So we're going to see how that plays out. And then Vert and Gesso, you have 2 really fast grab classes.
Oh, yeah.
One of them with a lot of iframes. So I mean, anything kind of can go here. Personally, I'm leaning a little bit Murdios on this one. How about you?
Personally, you know, kind of looking at this, you do have, again, that kind of same opposition on both sides. Mystic, Striker kind of mirroring, Sork obviously mirroring, both having the ability to pop that ebuff Carshans, especially on Tuvala gear, that just completely instantly deletes your team, right? But the 2 outliers here is the Warrior and the Lawn, and you realistically have to think in a scenario where you're going to have a group fight, which one's going to have a more consistent CC option? It's probably going to be the Lawn. The Warrior does have that grave digging for the slow, but realistically, the slow is going to be coming out, might give you some utility, but getting a confirmed CC into a KD option is probably going to be stronger. So personally, I'm going to be going over with Murdios as well.
Right. How much do you think Murdios' team is going to be trying to avoid those slows? Because you have Mystic, Froge playing Mystic. Their vacuum recently, May 26, got the slow added to it. Dragon Spit also has the slow, and then you have Gravedigger. So there's going to be a lot of slows going around. Are they trying to avoid that slow at all costs, or are they staying in the fight if they get slowed?
I mean, realistically, when you're looking at it, if you get slowed, you can't really kind of have a fight if you're getting pressured, especially by a warrior. Solar Flare grab. Most of these warriors are running Solar Flare Bond. Typically, that is like kind of the favorite right now. On top of that, you have a Sork that can put some decent range pressure with DOD, but in the close range, they have GRJ and 2 Karshans, which is going to be so much damage, especially with that Soul Reaper edition. And then you have Alon, which, I mean, Deadly Dance Bond, you're going to shred people. So, I mean, realistically, these group fights are going to be super tight. If you get slowed, if Alon gets slowed, for example, they have the iframes to deal with it. Striker is so tanky. Divios is running blue Asula accessories. Right. I think they're going to have to stay, and they're not going to be able to kite out, and I really don't think the slow is the last of their warriors.
Is that the bond you're running? Are you running the Deadly Dance bond, or are you running for Lon?
I'm not too sure. I think Vert typically runs Deadly Dance, from what I've seen, at least in large scale. It could be different in the 3v3. You don't really know what's going to be run. I realistically, honestly, I think the main focus here, if I'm fighting Murdios' team and I'm Dark Phase, I need to get that Sork out, because the Karshans is your biggest threat in a group fight. That is going to be doing your most damage. The Striker Divios, I mean, I'm not sure what you're going to do with them. I mean, I don't know what's your ideas, Frosty? How do you deal with this? That tanky of a Striker with those accessories.
The thing is like you get Divios isolated, maybe you have a chance. The problem is in a group fight, if you focus on Divios too much and he is running a Sula or he's a little bit tanky, he doesn't go down, you kind of put yourself at a huge disadvantage, because you blow all your cooldowns, you blow some of your protection, and then they come and peel for you, you end up in a bad spot. So I don't know. I think it's kind of tough. I'm not sure if you go for Divios first, and then you could end up chasing Masilis around, which could be a never-ending story. We've seen Masilis in previous tournaments going 1v3 for like 20 minutes. So
that is the strength of Sork.
Yeah, so we'll have to see. But Frozja's dash grabs are kind of nuts. Like in the previous tournaments, people were not getting away from his grab. So he knows how to vacuum grab pretty well in that class.
Yeah, it is a KD grab. So for those of you that are not aware, Mystic does have a KD grab. It is going to be a high threat. The second that grab ticks on you, you need to V instantly. Yeah. At least if you're not scared of being, killed. I mean, you do have a lot of great people potential over from both teams, but this is Tuvala gear. This is not Trial gear, guys. So players are running human damage builds. They're going to be completely one-shotting you at times if you're not careful. So damage is high and threats are equally as high. So you need to be careful. But regardless, any other thoughts on the match?
Well, one of the things that I think is kind of cool about this particular match is you're not worried about Q buff from Zerker in this match. You're not worried about Excel or Nova just coming up and blowing up you instantly. A lot of the e-buffs on these...
you still have Warrior. You have Warrior e-buff.
You do still have Warrior e-buff. But these particular e-buffs are a little bit more modest, so you're not like, oh, the Warrior e-buff, we have to run. Yeah. This one you get to kind of stay in the fight. Do you think they all e-buff at the beginning, or were they e-buffing?
I do know for a fact that Murdios' team is going to most likely e-buff first round out of the gate, and they're going to completely dogpile on you. So, regardless, though, those are our predictions. Murdios is going to be the caster's prediction desk, but Dark Fate still going to try and turn it around. Match is about to start. Players are ready, and gates are about to open up. Let's get into the game. And on top of that, I am also your caster, so let's hope I don't lose my voice here, guys. Murdios versus Dark Fades, our first round of the start of the summer season 2021 Tuvala Cup. Let's get it going. Who is going to be going on to your finals? Mac Daddy versus Vert, and Derm versus Frozja. It looks like they decided to ban out the Divios and the Warrior opposition on both teams. Already, round's going to be starting up here. Vert over to the side, going for a Phantom Dance. Instantly gets grabbed by the Mystic. It's a KD grab! First on the ground, Vert instantly bees. Now Mac is going to be in a 1v2 here, trying to stall off her a little bit. JRJ comes up from Derm before she's not going to end up CCing Mac. Returns immediately. Vert's going to get sniffed off the side. Vert now on the ground. Damage coming out. Vert's going to end up dying. Cautious on top of him, and it's going to be the end. Now they're going to be pushing out Mac here. Mac now in a 1v2 against two pretty hard to catch classes. Sork is going to be his best option here. Frozja's going to be trying to put some aggressive pressure. Instantly going for the vacuum. A little too far away. Spiral to beautiful. Try to go for the blades. Did not manage to hit it. Backing up now. C-swap over to the side. Derm going to try and drop the Soul Reaper. Griv immediately comes out. Try to go for the KD. Rather did not manage to hit it. Holding back for now. Still stalling. Going to try and build up some stamina back. Frozja goes forward. Did not manage. Did Frozja accidentally V? No. It looks like he ended up going to the car. Nightmare right there. Frozja going to get against CC. Caution driving on top of the damage. It's going to be a little too slow. Derm was not able to do much there. Got a little bit of peel off and pushed Mac away. But that's going to be a no catch on the Mac right there. Mac's still cutting out now. 1 minute timers are now down. So both players down to 80% HP timers. Mac is going to have a better chance here to try and finish it off. But the lower the time goes, the more it goes to 0. Mac also needs to be careful of timers ticking down and losing the time. He needs to kill at least one player. Holding off for now. Gonna try and go for CC and Froge. They're back. So drops to GRJ again. Froge, no grab opportunity. Does not want to risk getting CC, so has to be careful. Blades comes out from Durham a little too far away. Doesn't manage to hit a GRJ drop. Back and manage to get the eye-flip. Now gonna go into the Nightmare. SA on the initial startup, but is gonna be exiting out unprotected. Try to go for the DOD punish. Great attempt from Durham. Did not manage to hit it. Gonna charge at the Blades here. Still looking for it. Mac needs to be careful. C-swap right there. Running a little bit low on stamina here. Can use that Stinger to try and get away now. Backing up right here. Drops a Soul Reaper. Goes into the SA. Both players now 1 minute timers almost in play. And 50% HP timers are about to kick in. So Mac now at a better chance here. He does not have ebuff. He does have ebuff. So he can realistically Karch and try to kill someone, but we're not sure how it's going to work. 50% timers. There it is. So he needs to be careful of Chip as well. Froge looking for the slow so far. Pushing forward a little bit. Try to go for the CC. Eruption right there. Not going to manage to hit. Drops a GRJ. Gets countered by the Nightmare out from Durham. Gonna have to back up. DOD comes out a little too far away. Charges up the laser. No, decides not to go for a DOD drop. Damage gets onto Durham, but Durham drops a GRJ counter of his own. Soul Reaper comes out for Mac right there. Gonna drop the cautions right now. Needs to be careful. Froge comes in, drops it slow, and Mac is forced to cancel out. Now holding back right here. DOD comes out from Durham, holding on the opposite side. Mac's starting to walk forward a little bit. 30 seconds time as it looks like Darkphase are content with playing time here and running the stall out. Mac's not gonna have much answer the longer he holds. Try to go for the GRJ. Instantly cancels out into the Nightmare. Now Darkphase gonna hold on the backside. DOD comes out. Did not manage to get behind. Try to go for the vacuum right there. Mac runs into it. Unfortunately, getting caught right down to 30%. Needs to be careful. Damage onto Darkphase, though. Darkphase dropping lower and lower. Mac has popped his debuff here, so that damage advantage is coming in right here. Both players do have V. Trying to chip out Froge right here. Froge dropping lower and lower, but he does have the DP coming in. 3 seconds left. Needs to get one more kill here. If he doesn't manage to get it, Darkphase is going to end up a win, and Darkphase pulls out the round with the first point lead. Both players are alive and then pulled away. Man, that was a long round, and I almost lost my voice already.
That was crazy. Hopefully they're all that long, right? Dude, the thing I really liked about that, going into that, is when Vert goes into V, a lot of players kind of get stuck, like, okay, now we have a 2v1 opportunity. They skip that entirely. They play with Vert for a second, or I mean, they play with Masilas for a second, and then they just go straight to follow that V, because you're going to spend so much time wasted on Mac, so they go straight to Vert. Makes a huge difference, I think. Taking him out early, I mean, Mac is super good at 1v2, but you have a Mystic in there, which kind of takes forever to kill, which is why Mac was playing the time. And Durham is pretty solid. It's like he's not making mistakes.
Durham's just going to play safe. He's not going to give you opportunity to catch him.
Yeah, so it was kind of cool that Mac saved that E-buff, because I know you were expecting him to use it in the beginning. He saved it for the end. Couldn't do it, though.
Did not do it. Unfortunately, did not end up working out. But regardless, they're still going to have another chance here. So the way this works is now, Divios was banned in the first round, and now Divios is going to be playing for the next 2 rounds for these 2v2s. Darkphase is up oh, sorry, actually, that is going to work for our next set. So this is only the first set. Sorry about that. Right. So this is still a best of 3, and they still have this 2v2 rounds coming through. So let's get into the second round right here and see who is going to end up winning this set. Vert and Masilas versus Froge and Durham again. Who's going to be moving on? Oh. Are we in yet? There we go. Alrighty. Darkphase, sorry, this is going to be the second round now. So if Darkphase win this, Divios is now going to be in. We'll have to see, is Darkphase going to keep up the pressure, or is Murdios going to try and turn around? Vert's going to try and stay alive a little longer here. Now immediately coming in, Vacuum comes out. Vert not going to get caught in the middle of it. Actually drops a GRJ on top of him. Durham trying to get the CC. Not going to manage to hit it over on the backside. Vert trying to pressure him out a little bit. Mac trying to pressure out Froge right here. Doesn't manage to hit it. Both players in a 1v1. Vert immediately goes forward into the bloody, into the grab. Unfortunately, not manage to hit it. Now Froge is going to counter pressure. Mac's going to try and regroup with him and keep Vert safe. Vert now flying away. Mac in the middle of the 2. Not going to manage to catch Mac here, so they're not really going to go for his slow pops. Not going to manage to hit anything there. Froge a little too far away. Both players holding content opposite sides. DOD comes out from Mac. No connection, and it looks like so far Darkphase main pressure aggression is onto Vert. Both these teams do know how to V-sniff, so if a V happens, they're just going to try and follow it. Damage comes out on the opposite side. GRJ tried to get dropped by Mac. He's going to back up and drop a DOD there. No connection to Durham. Still keeping up that frontal guard. Froge going to go forward. Torpedo. Instantly into the pressure. Mac on the opposite side going to drop the Bloody Calamity. Get some damage in. Vert still forced to back up a little bit. Pushing forward into the camera here. Mac drops a GRJ. No connection. Vert now flying in, coming out. Looks like he V'd earlier. Actually ended up V'ing. Vacuum caught in the middle right there. Doesn't manage to get grabbed, unfortunately. Backs up. They did not manage to follow Vert's V. And now over on the opposite side. Oh no! It looks like Froge ended up V'ing due to getting hit by the blades. And now Durham is in a 1v2, trying to fight off Mac and Vert right here. Durham ends up Mac ends up following Froge out of the V, but is not going to manage to kill Froge. And now 1v down from both sides. Vert in the middle right there, going to eat the GRJ and the DOD coming in. Doesn't manage to do too much damage right there. Durham on the opposite side. Mac still holding off. Both teams now chilling for now. Drops a DOD, Vert, Mac in the middle, both going to be SA and lingering. DOD traded on the backside, no connection. That is a KD, so you need to be careful if you end up getting hit by it. Instantly goes for it. Vacuum's in the middle right there. Vert tried to punish it with a grab, no connection there. Unfortunately, now in the middle right there, both teams inside the pillars going to drop the cautious. Damage comes out from Mac. Froge ends up backing up out of it. Now Vert is going to be kiting away down to 30% HP. Durham is trying to pressure it out, not going to manage to hit it so far. Mac, meanwhile, over on the opposite side, not managing to see what's going on here. A little too far away. Zooming in on the camera a little bit. Froge now walks up. Oh, gets grabbed on the spiral torpedo coming out from Vert.
Oh!
Secondary KD on the ground. Matchups to duty to try and finish it. Durham now trying to pressure in the middle of these two. Blaze comes out. Durham now in a 1v2 scenario here. Needs to try and clutch it out. Does not have debuffs to try and pop it. Holding off right here. Pushing forward. Trying to go for the float CC. Doesn't manage to hit it. C-swap right there. Oh.
Low HP.
For now. Low HP. Yep. 20 seconds left on the timers right here. Blades comes out. Both these teams ended up playing for the timer right here. Murdios content with doing it as well. Back to Dark Phase. ZeroJ's traded back on the Mac. And I don't know if Durham realizes the timer here. He needs to go in forward aggression. He's going to lose his ground regardless. And at this end, 5 seconds left. If he doesn't get a CC and a kill here, Mac still has his V available. It's not going to mean too much. Goes into Nightmare, and that's going to be the end of the round. Durham ends up losing, and Murdios ends up winning the second round of the first set.
that was crazy. So Vert lands the grab on Froge a little bit early on, and that's why Froge was forced to V, which kind of made a huge difference because later on Froge gets put in a position, he gets CC'd, no V available. I kind of thought it was interesting too that they played a lot more spaced out that time. Vert and Masilas didn't just go dive on top of each other and then kind of let the randomness take over. They played a lot more spaced out. I noticed Vert was actually the one that was backing up behind Masilas a lot of the time, which I think played well for them. So I don't know. That was a little bit slower of a match, but played really well. Played really well by Vert and Mac.
I think the big thing is that this time around they realized that their main aggression is Vert.
Yeah. Trying
to get him out, and yeah, as you said, kind of playing behind him. I think, man, if they don't get Vert's V out early and try and pressure him out, they got the V out, but they didn't manage to chase it.
Yeah.
So they couldn't punish it. The one thing that they were playing off to win, and it didn't end up working out for them, and Froge at that point got pressured out. So maybe try and keep Froge alive a little more and let Durham put the aggressive pressure, because worst case scenario, if Durham gets CC'd, well, you have Vacuum to drop on top, and Vert only has one grab. So,
yeah.
I mean, we'll have to see what happens. Anything you really want to see them work on?
I kind of want to see Froge be a little bit more aggressive. I mean, for me personally, it's like if you're gonna have them play a little bit separate, I think going after one person or the other, chasing the lawn around is not super fun because the lawn's movement is crazy. So when Vert got dropped down to like 30%, they were chasing him all the way across the arena, and it was just like so much time wasted, and you're probably not going to catch him in that situation.
So maybe a little scared of pressure on Mac. Maybe needed to try and do it this time around. Regardless, next round is ready, and the players are about to start it up. Third and final round of the first set. Who will be winning the first point? Murdios versus Dark Phase, 1-1. Starting off here, DOD comes out early. It looks like Nation, a.k.a. Murdios, are going to go for the aggressive pressure here early on. CC's trying to come out, try to go for the soul right there, did not manage to hit it. Trading the V's back, and already Darkface comes completely on top, actually. Unpredicted, doesn't manage to hit it. Durham over on the side is going to get the first CC on the Vert, going to go for the combo reset, did not manage to hit it. Looks like potentially KD res. Meanwhile, Mac on the opposite side, though, got sniffed out by Froge. Froge ended up putting the pressure, and Mac is now down and dead. Vert gets DOD on the ground, complete hard follow-up, and Darkface off that DOD engage, end up winning the third round right there, and will be winning the first match point. Now, Divios going to try and have to come back in and clutch it up, but regardless, let's talk about what happened there really quick. Early engage came through. Both teams are clutching it out in the middle. We're a little too far away on the camera to see exactly what happened in the close range, but regardless, we got a general idea. Grab came out from Froge, got the CC onto Vert, got the first V, and then with the GRJ Carshans coming out from Durham, the damage was too much. Yeah. What do you think was the problem there from Murdios' team?
I mean, I think honestly that was just one of those situations where someone made a mistake a little bit early because they got CC'd so early on. Normally you kind of like jump in, play a little bit safe, try to get people to blow cooldowns. I really liked that Froge and Durham separated during Masilas' V, and Froge just went straight for Masilas while Durham kept staying after Vert. That enabled Froge to get a grab off of Masilas right when he came out of V and just finish him off. And then in that 1v2 situation, it's going to be kind of hard for Lon. Lon is really powerful and can 1v2 pretty often, but when you're against really, really good players, it's not like Node War where you're just deleting people instantly. So I think it's going to be tough for them. But I mean, man,
that Vert might have been running adamantines. Because Durham got the V chase onto Vert, but wasn't able to combo him out.
Yeah.
So potentially Adamantines didn't end up working out for them. And I mean, going to the next round, we have to think, who do they ban in the next round? Do you think it's going to be Mac and Divios or Vert and Divios? And realistically, which one's more of a scarier comp for them?
All right, the second set is ready. I'm thinking Vert Divios, just because they probably want to save the Mac Divios for last. That's kind of like their monster setup.
Okay.
But I think it's going to be a lot tougher here with Divios in the match.
All right, so we'll see how it goes. Next round is ready. Second set right here is Darkphase going to get potentially a clean 3-0 set against Murdios, or Murdios pull it back into the next round. It looks like it's going to be Gesso, Romar against and Froge this time around. So 4 grab classes in this. That lawn is going to have a field day with this comp. Divios already going to be looking for that aggressive pressure. Neither team has E-buff just yet. Divios, again, is going to be running those kind of tankier DP accessories, and you're going to see it when he's on the ground. He's not going to be taking the most damage unless Gesso Romar out here kind of pulls out that damage card. We'll have to see so far. Already going for the aggressive pressure. Spiral Torpedo straight coming out. Unfortunately, gets pressured out a little bit. Froge on the opposite side from his teammate. Vert just completely running down the Warrior for now. Warrior ends up backing up. Froge goes in alone, and Gesso Romar completely leaves his teammate out to dust. But no, it looks like both teammates are going to be going and kiting out to the side. This is because Murdios has popped both their Evos at this point. Deadly Dance, that's what I'm talking about. Ended up getting the CC, the range, and the tick rate on that so strong. But that is both E-buffs out from Murdios' team. Unfortunately, Froge ended up getting sniffed out. Did not manage to come out of the V, and now Gesso Romar in a 1v2 scenario here is going to get the first grab on the Divios, and you see it right there. No damage at all into Divios. Vert's going to come and try to get the grab off. Unfortunately, ends up missing it. Gets iframed out from Gesso Romar, but did get the Grave Digging slow. Is going to be popping his debuff here, so he has high res. Going to go for the combo here once again. Deadly Dance comes in. Doesn't manage to get CC through it. Slashing for the secondary CC right there. Damage comes out. Vert got the grab off. Finally, CC came out. And now, it's just a game of sniffs. Unfortunately, Gesso Romar not going to manage to make it out. Oh, E-buff res did end up saving him there, though. So he has another chance. Going to try and go for Vert here instead of Divios. It looks like his Divios, unfortunately, not going to be killable for him. Pushing forward right here. Shield try to go for the grab. Unfortunately, a little too slow. Need to go for the sword fight there. Try to go for the secondary follow, but the sword fight didn't manage to hit it. Secondary CC is going to come out from Vert. Got the follow-up. Divios coming in with the KD. Spiral and Murdios end up winning the first round right there. Murdios now up 1-0 in the second set.
That is crazy. So Divios, it's confirmed. He's really tanky. Really tanky.
You guys saw it.
Gesso
is very tanky with those Azula accessories.
Yeah, Gesso did like no damage to him. So in that situation, obviously Gesso has to try to go for Vert. It's just really difficult when you have Divios chasing you around, like going after somebody. It's not like Striker's slow and can't keep up with the fight, so it's really hard to isolate someone in the 1v2. I also thought it was amazing the way Vert kind of, so Froge is trying to run across the arena, and Vert just chases him. Deadly Dance is right in the back. Like, Froge's like not even ready for it and just gets hit in the back. And that completely changed the outcome of that fight. All right, looks like we're going to be getting into our next match.
Is ready. Sorry to cut you off a little short right there, Frosty, but the next round is ready. Let's head right into it. I think something we need to keep in mind here, Darkphase, maybe need to try and trade those E-buffs rather than run away from them. They do have their own strong E-buffs. We'll see what happens in the second round here. Divios already, once again, going to take that frontline pressure since he is so tanky. Froge on the opposite side is going to get that vacuum. Try and go for the grab pressure. No, Vert got CC'd by those KD and instantly forces it out. Divios, though, turns it around with the spiral can. Oh, camera work a little too far away right there. Going to get the CC on. Divios ends up forcing the V out from Gesso Romar, and now Froge comes out. They didn't chase Vert, and Divios just pulled off a 1v2 to CC both players. And Divios, the king right there, going to snip out the V. Unfortunately, a little too far away. Trying to go for the grab. Didn't manage to hit it. Vert on the opposite side. Going to get CC'd. No. Damage pressure comes out. Slashing straight into the grave. Divios ends up getting slow, but Vert ends up getting trapped. Damage so much from Froge coming out there, especially with that E-buff addition. Spiral Cam on the opposite side. Doesn't manage to hit anything right there. Going to go straight into the mass right there. Saying Linger, need to be careful of the CC right there. Froge tries to pressure out. Gets the iframe out. Solar Front goes into the grave and gets a slow on the Divios off the end of that. Spiral Cam trying to choke for the CC through. Doesn't manage to hit it. Oh, master stretch on the backside. Goes straight into the iframe lead. Secondary frontal uppercut right there. Didn't manage to hit it. Spiral Cannon gonna back up one more time. Froge needs to go for an aggressive pressure here if he wants to get the grab off, but they're content with playing timers so far. Going forward, there's a dash grab. Katie on the first one. Secondary CC. They're gonna be sniffing. What's that I smell? Is that a 1-1 tie? It is! Soulfire comes out, gets the CC. Secondary grab right there, and the damage is gonna be enough. Divio, so tanky, but it's not gonna mean too much. 1-1 now tied in the second set.
My God, Vert dropped so fast. Did Vert get his V off in that fight?
Vert did. He got his V off. Okay. He got immediately V'd. Unfortunately, we got a little bit of the camera angle got off a little bit there. But Divios was down a 1v2 scenario there, and he forced the V out of both players. So you can already see Divios pulling a lot more weight into this fight, but unfortunately didn't end up meaning too much there. But they have their E buff next round.
They have their E-buff next round. It was kind of nuts because Divios has Gesso in his arms. Gesso Vs. Froge tries to peel, maybe not necessarily prepared for Gesso to V, and then Froge ends up getting CC'd by the grab release. And then they both are forced to V, which gives Vert a second chance and both of them time to breathe. But once they get back into that scuffle, Vert just got deleted really, really fast.
Yeah, that grave digging with the slashing stack. I mean, you see Divios, you might get the misconception that these players are all this tanky, but no, it's just Divios. Everyone else, when a warrior drops that much, you're getting shredded.
And Mystic has AP on their E-buff now, so they do a little bit of damage when they're buffed.
They do. Regardless, though, third and final round of the second set now ready. Let's hop right in, and let's hope I don't lose my voice going into this. Murdios versus Darkface, second round, final round. Who will be winning it is Darkface. It's going to be up 2-0 here. Early Spear comes out, trying to pressure out Divios. Divios gets an early Spiral Cannon. That's a KD. Secondary grab is going to be forced to V here, but he's going to be held in the grab while he's Ving. Unfortunately, they're going to be chasing him out. Froge is trying to assist his teammate. Divios immediately goes into the Spiral Cannon, gets a CC on the boat, and now both players are down. Froge gets a secondary right there. That's a KD as well, but gets him just in time, and now Froge in a 1v2. Chased out, gets done, grabs secondary CC on the ground, and finally forced a V. And it's end of the road. Darkface, you're getting sniffed out, buddy. You're not going to manage to get away. The audio on that cue is so loud, so he's not going to manage to juke it out. Murdios ends up winning the second set, and we are now tied 1-1.
All right, that went a lot faster than I was expecting that to go, which is kind of crazy because both matches now in a row, I don't know if it's nerves or what happens, but in that third and final match of the best of three, it just happens instantly. Like, it just goes, they're done. They're done. Yeah, that's the double CC. Second time Divios gets a double CC on both players. That's something you have to look out for. That Spiral Cannon kind of comes out of nowhere and CCs two people instantly.
So many ticks of CC. It's so fully super armor. You can't really challenge it.
Yeah.
And he kind of just popped it to try and get that KD onto Gesso Romar when he was coming out of the V. So he needs to try and contest that. Froge needs to try and contest that at least to stop his teammate from getting killed. But got a little too greedy there trying to stop him.
All right,
I mean, coming into the third round, they still need to deal with Divios.
They still have to deal with Divios. I don't know. I don't know if they have an answer for Divios because now you lose Froge and you gain Derm. And Froge is kind of like, Froge kind of is what offsets Divios. So I don't really know. The damage output is going to be kind of rough. Like, both if Derm or Gesso isolate Divios, I don't think either one of them are going to be able to kill him. So the only hope is to hit Silas, but he's got iframes, so it's going to be kind of tough. But yeah, they're tied up 1-1. So
it's interesting you say that. I actually think that this round in this set favors Darkface more than Murdios. Because realistically, think about it. Think about it. You have a warrior. He's going to pressure out the striker. And now the Sork, what's he going to do? Vert was the biggest threat to the warrior there.
Right.
Now keep in mind, Divios carried the most weight. But regardless, I'm going to go with Darkface for this set specifically. So I'm not sure where you're going with it. But regardless, next set is ready. Who's going to win the third set and make it a 2-1 lead going to the 1v1s in the fourth round? Let's start it up. Murdios versus Darkface. Round already starting up. Divios, so once again, going to be taking that forward pressure over on the opposite side. Mac is going to try and drop that long-range DOD, get some damage, and unfortunately, no connection right there. Gesso Romar getting pressured out. That's what I'm talking about. Now, what is Mac going to do here? Divios is on the ground. He's obviously not going to die, but they can just slowly chip him out, and Mac can't do anything to pressure out Gesso just because of the full SA linkage. Divios not going to be trying to pressure him out right there. Unfortunately, Gesso Romar ends up missing the grab. Durham pressuring out his teammate on the opposite side, and unfortunately ended up getting ground down. Grab comes out right here. He's going to have to immediately V because the Carshans are going to be coming out, and now they're going to be sniffing out Durham. You need to try and peel for your teammate here. Unfortunately, he's running away from his teammate. Didn't go on top of him to try and drop the Carshans, and at this point, it's not going to be in time. He himself gets CC'd right there. Opposite. No, that's Mac actually. Try to turn around with the Mac. Carshan's not going to be out. He burned his Z-buff as well, and at this point, Durham in a complete downfall right here. Tries to drop the GRJ. Is going to get the CC on the Divios. He's not going to manage to kill Divios again because Divios is so tanky. You even saw in the 1v2 right there, Divios managed to lift Durham and Gesso Romar combined, so no kill coming out. Tries to drop the TPS on the backside. Durham gets the grab through it. Sorry, Divios gets the grab through it and forces the V, and he's getting sniffed. He's not going to get out. Spiral Cannon, leg drop, final damage from the Soul Reaper is going to be enough. And Murdios ends up winning the first round right there. Man.
Yeah.
Unfortunate.
That's tough. The problem, I mean, a couple problems. One, not enough damage on Divios. Two, Durham uses his E-buff a little bit early there. Not sure. It might have been kind of too late because he knows his teammate's coming out of V. He tries to pop his E-buff in case he does land a CC so he can actually get a kill or at least threaten a kill. Problem is, once his teammate goes down, now he doesn't have a Z buff for the 1v2, which he kind of desperately needs, especially if you're going to be against Divios. And it didn't look too much like he was playing for time, so that was kind of rough. That was kind of rough.
It was kind of rough. I mean, the main thing to keep in mind is that I think that the second you get Divios on the ground, Durm needs to understand the value of E-buff Karshans.
Yeah.
I mean, you realistically could have CC Divios, have Gesso get the KD. If he popped E-buff Karshans, regardless of how tanky he is, you're going to kill him.
Yeah.
And even then, when Gesso got CC'd, he left his teammate. So unfortunately, it ended up working out. But regardless, we have the next round ready. Is Durham going to manage to try and turn around a little more this round? Gesso needs to try and keep himself a little more protected as well. Next round is up. Murdios up 1-0 here. Already starting off, Divios going to be taking that forward pressure. Durham on the opposite side, once again, going to be holding the front line here. Gesso, content with playing a little more back and try and look for that Bond Solar Flare. Oh no, Divios got caught slacking. Secondary CC is going to be available here. Drop the GA, try and trade, and there's the Karshans. Now you see the damage, and Divios finally getting traded down to 10%. They're going to try and chase him down. Need to be careful. Spiral Cannon, and Divios ends up dying standing. A big mistake, ends up in a massive downfall, and now Mac needs to try to turn around again in another 1v2 scenario. We haven't seen him do it yet, but we've seen it in other tournaments and other plays in the past already. Forward pressure all coming out from Gesso. Going to try and back up right here. Try to go for the secondary. CC didn't manage to hit it. Gravedigger comes out. Doesn't manage to hit the slow onto Mac right there. Drops a GRJ. Durham a little too far away from that. iFan came out. No connection. Try to go for the Seeker from behind. No. Ends up backing out. Got the KD right there. Secondary CC gets the V. Actually ends up backing up and Ving. Did not trust his teammate Gesso to get the peel off, and now going to be coming up the side. Unfortunately, no DOD comes out from Mac to try and CC him out of there. Unfortunately, a little too far away. DOD comes out from Durham, however, a little too far away. Didn't manage to hit it. GRJ charged up right here. Gesso doesn't try to go for the grab. Tries to go for the grab a little too late. Unfortunately, didn't manage to hit it. Bloody Calamity comes out, gets a little bit of damage. Healing comes out. Carson's now out. Gesso has no grab to punish him. Mac recognizing that great play. Shield charge came out. Try to get behind him. Didn't manage to get behind the C-swap just in time. Mac now still holding. Drops to GRJ. Into the straight into the Soul Reaper. Backs up when he sees Durham's GRJ. Now holding off. Spear comes out from Gesso. Trying to go for the forward pressure. Drops the Gravedigger. A little too far away. Mac recognizes it. Good eye for him to try and avoid that slow. Gesso just holding that Q block walk forward for now. Needs to be careful not to burn too much stamina. Slashing comes out. Trying to get some damage. 1 minute timers now left up on there. 50% HP going to be kicking into. GRJ drop down. Gesso gets pushed back a little bit. Instantly charges forward to try and put some pressure. Mac forced to back up once again. Stamina running low right here. Shield charge came out. Almost got caught in that from the hit rate. Unfortunately, didn't manage to fully hit though. Gravedigger comes out. Try to put forward pressure. Finally gets grabbed on the GRJ, and now they're just going to be sniffing you out. Where are you going, Mac? Are they going to predict it correctly? They are. You're not going to get away. TBS, CC behind, and now they are tied up 1-1. Murdios versus Dark Fates.
All right, I have to ask you right away. Should Divios have V'd once he got out of that?
So a lot of I mean, it's not just him. This is super common. Players do not like being standing, and it didn't end up paying off for him. I mean, the realistic thing is that this time around, Durham realized, hey, E-buff Karshans, I'll actually kill him this time around. He could have even dropped it faster and he would have died. So now Divios may be a little scared on how to play next round.
Yeah, I was like watching it. I was watching Divios run. I'm like, maybe he should V, but then he's at about 15-20%, and the Sork is the only one close enough to actually deal damage. So I didn't think it was going to be enough. I thought he was actually going to get out of that, or if he got CC'd again, he would V. But he just died standing up, and that kind of leaves Mac in a 1v2.
He tried to go into Spiral, tried to go for that greedy CC. This time around, they didn't get caught by it and ended up killing him. So a little unfortunate.
Happens a lot. Happens to the best of us.
Happens to the best of us, but regardless, Divios still has done a great job in this set, and we have the next round running. Who is going to end up winning the third set is Divios, man. He's going to clutch it out 2 sets in a row for his team, whereas Dark Fate's going to manage to pull this back. Durham and Gesso Romar doing a great job so far. This time again, once again, Divios putting that forward pressure. They're going to try and pressure out Gesso over on the side. Spiral Cannon comes out, kind of go away. Divios is E-buffed here. Looks like both players from Murdios instantly pop their E-buff. That's why you see him just running around full SA there. They're going to try and cut him out for the 30 seconds, 15 seconds left. He's trying to put pressure as he can onto Gesso. Gesso still running away, doing a great job so far. Runs to the opposite side. Once again, Spiral Cannon chasing down Gesso. Gesso still keeps backing up. No grab so far. No, the grave digging, the fatal mistake. Finally forces the V out right there. They're going to be sniffing Durham. You need to peel for your teammate here. No, Durham completely far away, leaving his teammate out to dust again, and he's in the same position as the first round. Deja vu. What have you done? Unfortunately, he's going to try and have to pull this back here. Holding back on the opposite side. He's going to E-buff now. He has the damage, but not going to mean too much, especially against Divios in a 1v1 scenario right there. GRJ comes out over on the side. Didn't manage to hit the CC right there. DOD comes out, trying to pressure out Divios. Didn't manage to hit it. Still backing up a little bit. Divios goes into the Frenzied Wolf right there. Oh, Spiral Cannon comes out, gets the CC. That's a KD. You're not getting up, and Murdios ends up winning the third set. Now up 2-1. We are now entering the 1v1 matches. This is going to be a lot of tension on the line.
This is going to be a lot of tension on line.
A lot of tension.
Is that miscommunication? What happens there? Durham goes to the complete wrong side of the arena, is not available to help his teammate on that V.
It's a lot of miscommunication.
Yeah.
I mean, realistically, they should have learned from the first round, hey, if you V, I need to come on top of you and drop my Karshans, because realistically, if Durham drops Karshans, what's it called? Divios isn't going to grab.
Yeah.
I mean, if he can try and grab him, but then who's going to CC Gesso?
Right.
So, unfortunately, it didn't end up paying out for them. Maybe a little bit of communication there, but we're now entering the 1v1s. This is where the big ticket, like, kind of mind games are going to be coming into play. So, as you guys have seen the 2v2 so far, they've been pre-banning. But how is it going to work in the 1v1s here?
So the 1v1 is last man standing. So each team is going to pick one player. They do not know the other player that the other team is picking. So they're blind picking their first player. They're going to do a 1v1 best of one. When you defeat your opponent, you move on to the next match. So, for example, if they pick Divios first, Divios wins against his first opponent. Divios is going to remain in the match and keep going until one of the two teams is entirely eliminated. Yeah. So all three players are going to be playing potentially, at least for the losing team.
Yeah, at least for the losing team, you are going to have all three of your players. We'll have to see. Maybe it goes down to the final two players, but a lot of mind games are going to go on here. You do have, kind of an idea, who do you throw in? Both these teams have pretty good 1v1 classes with the Sork Warrior and the Sork Lawn.
Yeah.
And the two outliers are kind of that Mystic Striker, but even then, they're still pretty strong, especially with how tanky Divios is. I actually think they're going to run Divios first.
Okay.
Who do you think they're going to run first?
I think they're going to run Divios first, too.
Okay. And then as for Dark Fates?
Probably Froge. I'm guessing Froge.
I can see that. I think he's the only one that can combo mount. So regardless, we have the 1v1s ready. Let's get it running going. Who are going to be the first players for each team? Let's see what happens. Mac.
Oh.
Wow, it's a Sork v Sork. Durham versus Mac is going to be our first matchup, and almost in an ironic sense, the teacher against the student. Round already starting up. This is kind of giving me back to Arena of Best in Class matchups. Mac, unfortunately, wasn't able to pull and join in there, and this is kind of his redemption already. Nightmare's going to come out on the opposite side. GRJ dropped down. Mac ends up getting the eye in both scenarios. DOD dropped down on the opposite side. He's running a little low on stamina here. He's going to try and get his shards back. Soul Reaper dropped out back. Going to drop the Karshans. Durham forced to back up, giving time for Mac to build up his stamina. Blob comes out. Unfortunately, Blade's a little too far away. Didn't manage to hit him. It's going to be in the SA iframe. Pushing forward a little bit. Drops that Soul Reaper. GRJ comes out. Backing up a little bit right here. C-swap. Trying to go for the forward CC. Bloody Calamity comes out. C-swap one more time. Oh, straight into the Nightmare right there. Durham gets countered, but unfortunately no CC came out. Tried to drop the GRJ counter. Didn't manage to hit it. Carson's dropped on the opposite side. Durham, backing up here a little bit. Holding off. C-swap one more time. Gonna pop his Z-buff. Now, Durham is gonna have massive damage here. Mac needs to be careful of the SA trade. If he eats a GRJ with the SA, he could be dropped down straight to 30% immediately. And timer's already ticking down, so they're both at a base 80% GRJ. There's our first one. Gets a C-swap just in time. Mac's gonna trade it back with a C-swap of his own. Sorry, a GRJ of his own. Blaze comes out. Didn't manage to get the CC. Durham backs up right there. Goes straight into the Nightmare, into the SA connection. Mac listening. Trying to find out where he ended up going. Goes behind the pillar. Oh, no. Actually looked up and Durham V'd. It looks like he got caught by the Blaze and forced to V. Didn't show up there. So now forced to back up a little bit. Max not going to be dropping a GRJ of his own. Holding off the damage right here. Durham getting dropped down a little bit. Needs to be careful. Max still has Z-buff available if he wants to go for a Blaze pop right there. Backing up, putting the forward pressure. Blaze comes out. He gets the KB on the CC. Secondary CC tries to get it. Adamantium are not going to be in play. Getting the reset and forces the V. Now going to be trying to listen again. Durham listening again. Sniff, sniff. Around the corner. Not going to meet too much, but no! Actually through! Trying to go for a DOD play around the corner, but he was deeper than he thought, and Mac ends up getting out. Now holding off right here. Going to try and put some forward pressure. Goes straight into the Nightmare. Secondary connection out. No CC punish coming out from Mac. DOD drop. Gets the damage, and Durham clutches it out against Mac and will be winning. Now, as a result of that, Durham is going to be fighting the next contestant from Murdios' team, but a complete upset. Unlike what we had predicted. Unfortunately for the time being, Frosty ended up having a little bit of problem for a second, so he hit it out. So it's just going to be me for a second, but Let's talk a quick second about that match. Match ran, and you already saw Derm manage to clutch out so many good CCs, even after the fluke on the V-Sniff, where he didn't manage to get it. Mac himself as well couldn't manage to get the fall for the V-Sniff, probably because he didn't expect the CC off of the Blaze going on and hitting Derm. Both players didn't manage to get the V-Sniff CC off, but regardless, Derm still managed to clutch it out. An amazing DoD connected on to Mac. Not sure what ended up happening with Mac there. Maybe a little bit of a fatal mistake right there. Didn't manage to get kind of that the frontal guard off in time. I'm not sure how he's going through, but regardless, we now have the next round ready. Derm needs to try and clutch it out against the next team. If it is Divios, he's going to be in a rough spot. But regardless, Derm, great job so far. Let's get straight into the round and see what's going to happen. Who is next up from Murdios' side? And it's going to be Divios. Derm does have his E-buff available, but you're good luck trying to kill this man. He is so tanky. Already, CC comes out, try to get the frontal guard uppercut. Unfortunately, did not manage to hit his Sprout Cannon on the backside. Try to drop it down. Blaze is going to get dropped on Divios. Tries to go for the Wolf Frenzy. That's a TP. CC didn't try to go for the punish. That's unprotected. Divios stuck with it and catches him off guard. And now sniffs out the V. You're not standing up from this combo, baby. Autumn leaves straight into the leg drop, secondary spiral, and the damage is so much. Divios, after that long round, just says, let's make it quick. Divios ends up winning out the second round. Now both players are tied 1-1. A player kicked off of each team in this 1v1 scenario. Both teams now have 2 players left. Divios still in, obviously. Now, but we'll have to see who is Dark Fade's going to pick. They have Mystic on the Froge, and they also have Gesso Romar on the Warrior. So we don't really know how it's going to end up working out here. Chat, feel free to predict who you're going to be thinking of is up next from Dark Fades. But personally, if I was over on Dark Fade's sides, I would toss in Froge. Froge has the best chance here to try and kill Divios in the scenario where he ends up losing. Gesso Romar can guaranteed pull out the win against Divios. However, if they throw Gesso in now and he ends up winning against Divios, he does have to end up finding Vert. But regardless, round is ready. This is a lot of mind games here, but is Divios going to manage to clutch it out and take another member off from the opposite team, or we're going to see another run back? Round is going to be starting off right now. Round now starting up. Murdios versus Dark Phase one more time right here. And it looks like it's going to be Gesso Romar against Divios this time around. So if he does win, he is going to at least put his team in a good spot, but maybe a rough spot himself. But he has to win. That's the first thing. Wolf Frenzy this time is not going to stick it out, but completely baits it. But no CC stun came off of the mask right there. Looks like he was unprotected. Divios not going to go to the SA. Ends up missing the grab. Gesso needs to try and pressure him out here while he can, but no. Ends up keep finding out. Divios now recognizes has 25 seconds left on his debuff. Is going to try and chase down and put pressure. As long as he doesn't go for a Gravedigging CC or anything like that, he can pressure out Divios here. Needs to be careful. Goes for the grabber there. Unfortunately, did not manage to hit it. CC from the Wolf's Frenzy. He can't punish him here. No, it's still going to be in that SA, so no connection. 15 seconds left. Tries to chase out Solar Flare. He's just running at him. Completely. This is hilarious. Ends up missing the grab, but no! The Spiral Cannon into the collision. Landing gets a CC, but no secondary, and he gets a grab of his own. Gravedigging secondary CC. That's going to be a KD. The damage gets a down smash combo. Ground smash, but no, wasn't managed to be there. He needs to be early here. If he doesn't manage to be, he's going to end up dying. Wow. Gonna go for the secondary combo. Oh, double grab combo. You need a V. That's a KD. Gesso might end up dying here, actually. Secondary down smash extension, and he died. No V available. Gesso drops down. He did not practice enough to understand the combos out, and I completely lost my voice right there at the end. Jesus Christ. That is unfortunate. That is unfortunate. You're back now.
I am back now. Welcome back. Ken, are we coming through? Is the audio on?
We are back.
So, did he not have his, did he not e-buff?
Gesso?
Gesso.
He did not e-buff.
He did not e-buff for that. So I'm sitting there watching. I was kind of surprised by the amount of damage he did in that combo.
Yeah.
But when you don't have your e-buff and you stay that long, you kind of end up in a sticky, you know, hey, I'm about to get grabbed by a striker situation,
yeah.
which isn't good. And it sounds like he also did not use his V. KDs are tough, man. KDs are really tough. So Divios takes that match, and yeah, Gesso's out. So Warriors 1v1 potential is just not there now. Not there.
Not there now, and unfortunately a fatal mistake from Gesso ends up not paying off for them, but Divios doing a great job so far. Next round, now ready. Let's head into the matches. Froge, the lifeline of his team, and the anchor here is going to have to try and pull it back against all odds. Has E-buff available. Vacuum comes out. Divius holds his eye from the last second and manages to pop it. Froge doesn't go for the grab. Gets a slow on to Divius right there. Try to trade back from the torpedo. Mask comes out from Divius a little too far away. Trying to put the forward pressure. My voice ended up cracking. Whoa, Mike's messing up a little bit. But the grab comes out from Froge off the grab. Dash grab. Secondary KD. Oh, God. That damage is disgusting. It is not even there. But
no.
Divius still has the damage to combo him out. I thought this was Tuvala gear. Those Azula accessories so strong. Secondary CC right there. Grab combo. Froge, you need to V. Don't make the same mistake. He doesn't V, but the combo. Oh, the damage isn't back on the other side either. Froge, no, oh my God, dropped down to 20%. Went straight from 100 down to 20 off the ending of that combo. Oh my God, that was insane. Gets his stun off the first CC. Secondary, he's not gonna have it, unfortunately, right here. Needs to go for a down smash extension. No, ended up backing up and just in grab range. Walk up comes in, spiral cannon, secondary KD. Damage is gonna be enough right there. Mass, no, didn't actually hit it. Davis gonna try and put some forward pressure. Froge is still able to be grabbed, and Davis is in his E-buff, so he's gonna keep backing or putting forward pressure with the SA walk right here. Tries to go into the Wolf Frenzy, backs up, unfortunately got grabbed out of it, and now Froge finally being gonna sit on the low ground right here. Divios trying to sniff him out, is gonna manage to hit it. There's the grab, and at the end of it, Divios combos coming in, and that's gonna be the end. You're not gonna live from this. Divios and Murdios by extension are gonna end up winning against Team Dark Fades. Dark Fades, unfortunately, you're going to be kicked out of that grand final spot, but you still have a chance to win in the third place match. But Murdios, up 3-1, are going to be moving on to your grand finals, where they'll be fighting the winners of our next match. Before we go to a quick break, any final thoughts on those matches?
First things first, I want to congratulate Dark Fades, because I think a lot of people kind of expected Murdios just to run over most of the teams they run into. And Dark Fades put up a huge fight. Huge fight. Even right there, Froge getting the grab off early on. I like the idea of when Froge landed that stun, he went for the E-buff to try to get the little bit of extra AP for that combo. Unfortunately, not quite enough. But yeah, Divios is just he's kind of a monster, man. He's unkillable.
I didn't think those Azula accessories were going to be that cheese. But they're there.
One, he's borderline unkillable, and two, he's really, really good.
Yeah, so he played super well. He got CC. Dude, in the 2v2s, he managed to pull off a 1v2 twice in a row. Yeah. You need to be so careful of that spiral cannon threat, and the combos are insane. Yeah. I mean, realistically, he's dropping AP, but he's still managed to get that damage off. That is kind of striker, though. But regardless, super great plays. The combos especially. Divios, a monster. I would say the MVP of the matches we saw today.
Divios, the MVP. Also, Froge doing a really good job of recognizing when he can and can't.
For sure.
I know you and I are sitting there getting nervous because we see it over and over and over again in Tuvala Cup where people just don't.
I thought he was going to die.
V, yeah. So you're like, oh my God, he's down to 10%, 5%. Okay, he walks away. Okay, he knows the V. He waits for his V for the next grab. But yeah, I don't know. In that situation, if you can replay it, if you're Froze yourself, are you waiting until the timer's lower so your combo can actually kill him? Or are you playing aggro in the beginning?
I think that actually was probably the best play. Wait until your timers are lower, get the first grab, force the V, and then from there you just sniff him out, same way Divios did, and then get the CC. Obviously, it's going to be a little harder for him, but he still has Spiral Torpedo coming out of that V-stem, so he can still get him. But either way, on both sides, I think great plays from both teams. A lot of great matches. They ran it well. And, going into this, we'll have to see who on the opposite side of the bracket going to the grand final is going to be, kind of recognizing the matches coming out from Murdios there to see what they do. Let's take a quick look at the brackets. The next up matches for our semifinal setup, the Notorious Pancake family against Team Ha 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 Ha. They're going to be fighting it out, and one of them is going to be going on to the grand finals to once again fight off Murdios for the first place title. But don't count Dark Fades out too much because they're still going to be fighting for the third place match of the loser of the next set. Regardless of that, there's our bracket. Let's go to a quick break, and we'll be seeing you guys in just a few more. Oh, no break.
We get no break.
No break. Okay, interesting. Right. So actually, we thought we had a break. I don't get a break for my voice, guys. We got our next set of matches ready. We have Team Ha 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 against Notorious Pancake family.
There we go.
There's our setup right there. A little bit of a detour right there. Yeah. Regardless, Frosty, take it away.
Yeah. So we got on the Notorious Pancake family. We have XOXOXO or OXOX on Lawn, Hunter HD on Striker, and Feels. A lot of people know him as Shade. Versus Quicksore on Zerker, Reezy on Nova, not on Kunoichi, and Flannels on Ranger. This is the matchup that I would say is this is a little bit of Armin versus Frosty here. Because, I mean, it is. Because one of your closest friends is on one of these teams, and one of my closest friends is on the other team.
I mean, Team Ha 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 consists of like 2 of my former teammates. So
Flannels and Quicks know you hate them, all right?
Okay. Regardless, though, this is going to be an interesting match. For those of you that are unaware, Ha 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 does have 2 of the godlike winners from our Best in Class tournament, Reezy and Flannels. Meanwhile, over on Notorious Pancake family side, you do have Hunter HD, who was our finalist twice in a row. Or
he made it to the finals in the full gear, lost to Divios 3-2, which was an epic match. If you guys did not see that, that was insane. And then he ended up losing in the semifinals of the trial tournament.
Yeah, so you do have a kind of like opposition here with a lot of good players on both sides. Similar to our first set, man, this top 4 has been super exciting. Yeah. But, you know, kind of looking at this match, I'm curious to think, who are you favoring here? I know this is Armin versus Frosty, but...
So my head, we're talking from the head here. I'm favoring Ha Ha Ha, and the reason is I don't know how well XOXO plays online. I don't know particularly how good he is. I haven't seen him outside of this tournament ever before, so he's new. Also, Shade was signed up for the full gear tournament, but he did not participate because he missed the time.
Okay.
So I haven't seen them play. So for me, I'm going off. I know how good Hunter is. And like open world stuff, I know how good Shade is. I don't know how good the lawn is. What I do know though is how good Quicksore is. I do know how good Flannels is, and Flannels is one of my personal favorites to watch specifically in the full geared tournament because that was one of those situations where it's like, all right, these 2 people are gonna fight. One of them is gonna have weapons. The other one's gonna have their hands tied behind their back, and then Flannels is like, that's fine. I'll 3-0. This is easy. Yeah. So yeah, that team is kind of stacked.
Kind of, yeah. It is a little bit of an understatement.
It's kind of stacked. The other thing too, they have a Nova. Excel and their E-buff is kind of nuts, and they also have a Zerker. And Q-buff potentially comes in here multiple rounds. So I don't even just compositionally, I think Ha 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 has a bit of an advantage here.
Alrighty, so you're going with Ha Ha Ha. I love to make a prediction, but that would probably be biased. I'm still going to make it one anyways. Team Ha 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 against Notorious Pancake family. I'm going with Ha 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 Ha. And, God, I can't say that. Match is ready. Let's get into it. Who are going to be the first picks and bans from both sides? Is Quicksore and Flannel, Zerker and Ranger first off? It looks like they banned the Nova against Tamer and Striker. So a little bit of an interesting setup here. Q-buff is on one side. Absorb already popped out over from Pancake side. So we're going to have to see how this works out. Feels. Shade going to be holding off the middle right here. Ha 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 ha. Content with playing slow and burning out timers. Try to go for the slow in the middle right there. Unfortunately, did not manage to hit the earth splitting. Way too far away to get the slow off. That is a super fast slow with add-ons connected. Flannels holding off that Fury Arrow. They need to be careful. Oh my god! Ran straight into Hunter HD! Got the ground lifting seismic, dropped some damage, and immediately kited out. But oh no, Flannels went a little too aggressive, got caught by the Spiral Cannon. Hunter HD immediately turns around and gets another CC, sniffing out the V now. Tamer trying to follow him up. Shade following up over the backside. Flannels gets caught off guard and burned out, and now Quicksore over on the opposite side gets a CC over on the Hunter HD, but no, the damage from the combo not even managing to be there. Regardless of the AP and the damage coming out from a Zerker, those Asulix actually so strong. Hunter almost mirroring Divios gets the turnaround, shooting ability comes out. There's one grab. Needs to be careful of Shay getting the secondary follow-up. Didn't manage to get the iframe in time and gets immediately grabbed and V'd. Followed down over on the opposite side. Sniffed out. Are they going to manage to get him? There's the grab. Grab range comes in. Secondary damage is out, and Pancakes ends up winning the first round. Wow. A lot of people thought Flannels was the biggest threat in this tournament because realistically, who knows how to fight against Ranger? But Flannels completely ran over in the first set against odds, against what people expected.
Well, my initial takeaway from that match is, one, Shade is playing super composed.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
super
his
composed.
Patience, the way he was watching the Zerk combo, he's like, all right, I'm going to know when to dash grab. He's completely separated from Hunter. They get stuck in a 1v1. He knows, Hunter knows. The Zerker's probably not going to kill me if he catches me. I mean, he can't. It's possible. Yeah. He can. Zerker's like one of the few classes that can. He's probably not. Go after Flannels, get him out of the V, take him out, and then we can 2v1. And he just played perfectly. Like, he didn't make any mistakes. Like, Shade just looked incredible right there. So, yeah, if Shade's playing like that on a Tamer, that's going to be kind of scary. Tamer's pretty nuts. It's one of the classes that you don't see it a lot in large scale. You hear about it a lot in 1v1s.
A lot in 1v1s.
In these 2v2s specifically, 3v3 can potentially be a little bit different, but in the 2v2s, you end up in isolated 1v1s a lot, and Tamer grows in strength in that situation. And Shade just played it incredibly.
Yeah, even in 3v3s or just in general Arsha small scale, and a lot of people's eyes, Tamer is like one of the best classes in Arena of Arsha, especially even in these 2v2s. I'd argue she is without a doubt probably the top 2 that you're going to be wanting on your team alongside a Lon or even a tanky striker. So we're curious to see how it runs so far. We already saw Shade do well, and do we have the matches ready yet?
All right, so
matches are about to be starting up in a second here. Let's talk about
did Quicksor queue buff in that match?
He did not.
He did not. Okay.
He probably wants to hold it because Flannels got burned out so fast.
Okay.
You know, a little bit, and probably not worth it popping in that 1v2, especially with you don't know how it's going to work. You don't know if you can't kill Divios on the ground without a full proper combo extension. So we're not too sure. But regardless, next round is ready. Let's head straight into it. Second round, Pancake now up leading 1-0 in this first set. Quicksor going to try and want to play it a little more aggressive here. Hunter HD did burn his E-buff, I believe, in the last round. Already starting out right here. First CC. Actually, oh no! Hunter HD got caught by the early KD coming out from Flannels. He gets caught off guard! Flannels with a clutch connection, and Quicksor follows up with a grab of his own. Both teams getting run down. Secondary CC came out, and now Shade getting chased down to the corner. Damage is there, and Team Ha in 23 seconds wins the second round. Jesus, man. What just happened?
You look so unhappy with what you just saw.
Do you want to know why I see that?
Yeah.
I have fought against Flannels so much that seeing other players get cheesed by the early KB knockback into the bow stun into the KD, you got to watch out for him, man. And if you're not experienced against a Ranger, you're going to get caught off guard. And seeing it happen to Hunter HD makes me so sad inside, but at the same time, I'm like, now you know how I feel. Now you know how I feel. It's a pain, but what are they doing in the next round?
But before I get to the next round, you wouldn't think that Striker is in a match with a Striker. It's going to end in 23 seconds. The match was 23 seconds.
It was 23 seconds.
And I know Hunter, at least I saw him enhancing Hasula. I don't know how far he got. But in this next match, I mean, did Quicksor use Q-buff?
No, he didn't even use it. They still have Q-buff in the next round.
He just got the KD instantly. So they still have kind of a trump card there. So we'll have to see. This is going to be rough. This is going to be rough.
Regardless, next round now going to be starting up. Can Pancake turn it around after that complete sweep over? And Quicksor having a Q-buff in this next round. Let's get it going 1-1 in this first set. Along the line here, but Pancake, if they manage to get out the Zerker here without having him pop a Q-buff, is going to be huge for this round. Already so far, it looks like they're getting pressured out, but Flannels a little more scared here. Flannels taking a little bit more midfield approach, not even backing up now. Still holding off. There's now the Fury Arrow. If they walk too hard on Flannels, he can get a CC right there. So Hunter holding off and waiting. Neither player on Pancake side has their E-buff available. Holding off for now. Flannel still holding off. Try to go for the long range KD. Did not manage to hit it. Quicksor walking up as well. Getting a little more field in the mid space. And this is just giving more pressure for Flannel to do what he wants. This is not what Pancake wants so far, but they're content with giving out for now. Both these players can stay pretty protected. Oh no! Hunter got caught again! But this time, Fields turns it around. Shade gets a CC on the Flannels and burns him out. Quicksor got a little too greedy. Tried to chase down Hunter and gets pushed back. Wall Frenzy comes out, gets a CC on the Flannels, coming out the CC. But the Cuba from Quicksor manages to get the peel. Falling out from Shade on the backside. Peel comes out from Flannels, and now Shade is also forced to be. It looks like they're going to be trying to chase down Shade here. Still does have the Cuba shots. CC, first one comes out. Secondary seismic. And she wait for the follow-up. Unfortunately, a little too slow, and now it's just Hunter against the world. All these players over on side are going to content with playing back, giving time. First CC comes out from the Spiral. Going to try and have to get the full combo off here. Quicksor just gets up with the res. Grab comes out. Wow, that was an insane grab coming out from Hunter. It actually has the opportunity to try and kill Flannels here. But wow, a clean grab coming out from Quicksor. Got the grab through the Spiral Cannon. And as a result, Team are going to end up... I can't say that anymore. I'm just going to call Team like Reezy or Flannels or something. They end up winning the first set 2-1. And we'll be moving on. And we are now moving to the next phase of the band. Before we move on to that, any thoughts on this match?
I mean, there was a glimmer of hope there. When I saw Flannels in his arm right there at the end, I was a little bit like, wait a minute, is he actually going to turn this around? But no, Zerker's got those grabs. You can't grab him out of the grab, but you can grab him after the grab. So
Hunter got caught twice by the same trick. I mean, unfortunately, it ended up costing actually a V from Ha side. So even though it didn't turn out well for them, it's still a threat. It's something they need to be careful of. But Shade, a great turnaround onto Flannels there to get the V off and get pressure off of his teammate Hunter. So great turnaround from him. Going to the next set, who do you think they're banning?
Okay, so, I mean, you're missing Reezy. I don't know. I mean, yeah, I have no idea. I don't know. You probably want to get Q-Buff out of there. That's what I would want to do.
Get Q-Buff out of there?
I don't want Q-Buff in there at all.
That's fair, that's fair. They might be banning Q-Buff out of there, but regardless, next round is now going to be starting up. Who is going to be in and out right here? Reezy and the opposing XOXO on the lawn are both going to be in here, but they decide to keep in Shade and kick out Quicksilver. So Quicksilver is going to be coming out in the third set here. But now you have a Suck Nova potentially, or isn't it Awakening Nova? And Flannels. Is it Succession?
Yeah.
It is Succession here. So a Succession Nova and a Ranger here over out from Ha side. Grab comes out. Try to get the CC right there. XOXO doesn't manage to hit it. Damage coming up from Flannels playing in the middle right there. Gets the first CC. Already Shade's forced to V and get out of there. And now XOXO trying to stay alive in the middle of this region. Just tossing out slows and damage. Needs to be careful with the pawns. Trying to go for the grab there. Didn't manage to hit it. Iframe coming out from the Suck Nova on Reezy. Great iframe right there. Shade comes out now in the middle trying to get a CC and pressure out. Flannels looks like he ended up forcing the V. Reezy now in the middle right here. Pawns are going to come out, try and get the peel off. Doesn't manage to get the CC off of Reezy. So tanky on that Suck Nova. Manages to stand up, and that is the big strength right here. Flannels now in a 1v1 scenario against Shade is going to try and have to stay alive until Reezy can come up back over and help him out. Meanwhile, XOXO on the opposite side is pressuring out Reezy, but Reezy got the grab, and a Suck Nova just won against the lawn. Oh my god, doing so good right here. Going to try and go for the long range stun. Dragon comes in. Needs to be careful of the pawns flying in from behind right there. Damage already. XOXO so low on HP. He does have bleed out on Reezy, so XOXO not managing to heal and getting stuck out of the fight here for the meantime. Meanwhile, Flannels pressuring out Shade for the time being, holding off Reezy, still just putting on that long range pressure. Every time you see him stick out his mace right there, he's putting pressure on the opponents. And so far, Pancake a little bit far away from here. Neither team has Z-buffs available. Kind of an even scenario. 1v out from each side. No, Pancake, no Vs available here, so the next CC could be fatal. Reezy holding off on the opposite side. Oh my god, a blitz from XL from the backside. Catches Reezy off guard, and Flannels is nowhere to be seen. Now in a 1v1 scenario, Reezy comes out all the way on the opposite side, gets super far away behind his teammate with a V. XOXO doesn't go for the chase. Flannels trying to put some range pressure here. Try to go for the knockdown stun from the long range. Doesn't manage to hit it. Shade just holding up for now. Fury Arrow comes in, getting the peel off from Reezy. Reezy doing a great job keeping his teammate alive. Actually backs up a little too hard right there. Flannels still backing up, trying to get over to where Reezy is. XOXO on the backside is going to try and go for a blitz behind Reezy. Reezy paying attention this time and keeping his distance away from him. Long range pressure comes out. Secondary grab comes in for the Lawn. Lawn drops down on the ground, and Lawn gets KD'd and killed out. Shade immediately backed up, and now in a 1v2 scenario, getting chipped out by the pawns, the bleeds, Flannels, his arrows, the shotguns are coming out, and he's not going to be living for too much longer here unless he can clutch it out. Iframe goes into the tree climb, trying to stay alive as he can here. Flannels is going to be the front pressure. Long range pressure coming out from Reezy with the pawns right there, trying to put damage as he can. Still down to 1% HP, and the bleeds are enough, and the damage is there.
Oh my.
Team Reezy Flannels. I'm not saying every round, dude.
Right.
They end up winning the first round of the second set, and now they're in a great position.
I have to ask you right off the bat, why is Reezy playing Succession Nova and not Awakening Nova? I think a lot of people watching this are kind of surprised by that.
Succession Nova is much stronger than people think.
Yep.
Your main strength in this team is that you have a Ranger that can stay alive and peel himself off by himself for so long. Stack a Suck Nova on top of that can stay alive on top of him and give him even more peels, and it's just a better opportunity. Obviously, Awakening Nova is such a super strong class, can move super fast, put a lot of pressure. But the second the Awakening Nova CC'd, unfortunately, he's out of the game.
Yeah.
A Suck Nova, it doesn't matter if the Long grabs him, doesn't matter if the Tamer grabs him, the Pawns and the Gargoyle is always there and able to peel and give support to him and his teammates. So that's why they ended up picking it here, and you saw the damage.
Yeah, the damage is nuts,
Damage
especially
is nuts.
at this level. It's a little bit different higher end when you have a ton of gear. The pets don't quite hit as hard. But yeah, you can't isolate Reezy. Like if you go get a grab on him off in the corner, it doesn't matter. He's not going to be. There's a good chance that you're going to get CC'd or you have to back up or disengage. So take it away, Armin. Looks like we're ready for our next match.
Next round starting up, and let's head right into it. And for those of you that may be wondering how long Reezy's been playing Suck Nova, I think he's been playing it for 2 days.
He's hit the cap.
Yeah, he's hit the cap. Next round starting up. team ha 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 up 1-0 here. Pancake, meanwhile, over on the opposite side, pushing forward right here. Long range pawns tried to come into CC. Shade. Unfortunately, did not manage to hit it. Shade. Still holding off. Over on the opposite side. Actually, did Shade get V'd? I'm not too sure. Shade might have got V'd there. We were off the camera a little bit. He ended up backing up super far, so I'm not too sure. Regardless of Flannels here in a 1v1 scenario against Fields right here. Shade, sorry. And meanwhile, XOXO gets a CC over on the Reezy on the backside. Reezy just ends up standing up again. XOXO cannot go for a combo onto him because Flannels is holding the mid side, and those pawns are still peeling him off. So again, you see a grab right here. Is Reezy actually going to end up dying here? Secondary Fear, that's a KD on the follow-up, and he's not going to end up dying. He's down to 1% HP though, and looks like he ended up forcing a V, and now Flannels in a 1v1 scenario needs to try and stay alive here until Reezy comes out. Reezy going to go for a V, positioning right behind him. No, over on the opposite side, Flannels actually, no player from Pancake side chased down Reezy, and now Reezy needs to be careful. He's going to drop the ice wall, try and pressure off a little bit. XOXO backs up. Flannels holds in the middle right here, gets CC'd out. No, actually ends up living, but the damage from the SA, secondary KD, and both players got CC'd by Flannels, and XOXO on the lawn dies. Wow, Flannels in a 1v2 scenario with the Gargoyles from the long range completely clutches it out. A massive play, and now Shade is in a 1v2. Wow, who thought a Ranger could do that, man? Whew. Regardless, Shade gonna try and have to live through here, doing a great job so far. Immediately goes into the pole climb, gonna try and chase down Flannels. Flannels is #1 pressure right here. Needs to try and chip him out if he can. He can kill him super fast, especially since he is a tamer and that is a Ranger. Super squishy. Shotgun comes out, getting some long range damage pressure. He is getting bled out. Both teams, it looks like, at least on a ha side, are running bleed add-ons. So it is gonna be a rough time trying to potion up. Fury Arrow comes out, needs to be careful to stay protected in it. That also has a slow, I believe, so he is getting slowed slowly through this. Reezy just slowly walking up right now. Long range pawn, try to go for the CC. Secondary pole climb, went for the Moonlight Siphon right there, did not manage to hit it. Meanwhile, Void Lightning in the middle right there gets the CC on the Flannels, gets the V off. Meanwhile, Reezy now pushing forward, trying to get some damage as he can. Shay just cutting away so far. Pushing forward, back in right here again. Oh my god, the grab out of the scratch! That was insane! Reezy! That's like a long grab, man.
That was far.
Got the grab through,
far.
and now that is the second set going to team now up 2-0 against Pancake. I mean, that is insane.
Notorious Pancake family is under a lot of pressure.
A lot of pressure.
They have 2 players left. It's going to be the Lon and Hunter, XOXO and Hunter.
Dude, I can't
against Quicks and Reezy. It's going to be our last match. Okay, that float from the Gargoyle in the middle of everything that was going on top of Flannels was insane. And the amount of damage that came out, they both were feeling advantage. They're like, okay, here we go. We have Flannels here. Let's put some pressure on him. We got his V early. Let's kill him. And we both are about to die.
I think what ended up happening is I think XOXO got CC'd and stiffened by the EES evasive, I forget the actual name. Evasive explosive shot from Flannels. He got stiffened. And then Flannels got the KD shot into him, and then the Gargoyle from behind CC Shade, and it was just this massive clump of damage and CC, and Notorious Pancake family just came out on the opposite end of it, unfortunately. That is like the big threat of that Nova is, dude, they can catch you out of nowhere.
Yeah, so. It's tough, and there's going to be a Nova in this match, but the thing is like, even if the Nova is far away, it's kind of similar to Awaken Nova. They just gap close really quick, but this Nova could be far away and start throwing out CCs. They don't even have to be next to you. So.
Yeah, they don't. And now, regardless, next round starting up, and now they have to deal with a Zerker. Notorious Pancake family on the back foot here are going to have to try and pull it back. The round is opening. The gates are up. Quicksor and Reezy against XOXO and Hunter HD. Hunter is going to be a strong tanky threat in this round, but have a strong tank of their own. Hunter is going to be popping his E-buff. Early grab comes out for Quicksor. Quicksor already ended up catching the lawn. The lawn's the first V in this round. A complete surprise. Quicksor ends up chasing it down, comes out of the V just in time, gets the slow off the ground lift. Oh, sorry, try to get the CC off the ground lift right there. Reezy putting forward aggressive pressure, got the grab off right there. It looks like, actually no, Hunter ended up getting the grab onto Reezy. Yeah, it looks like Hunter got the grab onto the Reezy. Force a V. Now Quicks is going to be popping the E-buff. XOXO got the CC on the Reezy. Going to try and pressure him out. Quicksor pushes forward for the aggression. Got forced to V right there, even through the res. XOXO chasing him down right now. Reezy's going to be following his V as well, putting some pressure. Lon trying to go for the CC right there. Now Hunter putting forward aggression pressure on the Reezy. Q-buff shots come out. Both players over on the opposite side are still fully protected. Needs to be careful with the stamina right here. Q-buff is going to be running out here in a second, probably in the next 5 seconds. Neither team now has E-buff available. Trying to stay alive. Q-buff, oh no, still alive here. Secondary shot comes out. Quicks try to go for the slow right there with the earth splitting. Did not manage to hit it over onto Hunter. Both players. Oh my God, the long range CC. That's what I'm talking about. But no, Hunter got up in time and backed up. Now XOXO taking hard damage. Ancient Wave came out, forced a V, and Reezy got a V out of Hunter. Now in a 2v1 scenario, Quicksilver's gonna be trying to follow the listen off the V of Hunter. Hunter gets caught out in the middle. So tanky ends up living up and getting up just in time, but the lawn dies. The ground lifting into the seismic ended up one-shotting the lawn. I don't even know how to react to that. Wow. XOXO's dead. Hunter's in a 1v2, and he needs to be careful. Reezy has a long-range CC that can get behind his frontal guard. If he only S-blocks here, Ponce can hit him, gets a mask just in time for the long-range CC. He's getting slowed from the long range. Mask comes out, gets grabbed through it. Secondary CC off the Ancient Wave, and Quicksore end up moving on with the first point in the third set. They might get a clean sweep.
They might get a clean sweep. This looks hard. If I'm going into this, if I'm Hunter and XO, I'm just like, what do we do here? Because as you saw, if you saw up against the wall, when the lawn gets the CC on Reezy, he throws out one skill and then he's like, I can't do anything else. I got to back up because either the pet's going to get me or the Zerker's going to get me. They kind of just have to hope that they get a CC off on Reezy, both throw some damage really quick and he dies instantly or forgets to V or gets stuck in a knockdown or something, because the isolated grabs, the isolated CCs just aren't working.
It's really not working, and unfortunately this is their last chance, last opportunity. Notorious Pancake family, will they have the complete 180 turnaround into our fifth set, or is Team gonna walk away with our first unexpected clean 3-0
I want to see 1v1
in the semifinals?
I want to see 1v1s.
I want to see the 1v1s. Let's get it going.
Come on.
Third, second, and potentially final round of our third set. Oh, dude, I can't, dude. It kills the hype, man. They're going to be trying to win it out right here. So far, neither team has their ebuffs available, as they did go straight into this match from the previous round. Round starting up. Hunter still holding up from the opposite side. XOXO content with playing slow and waiting it out. Pushing forward, they need to be careful of the long range CC. XOXO, there's the first one in. Bloody Stride. Try to go for the grab. Didn't manage to hit it. Immediately, Giant Leap coming back from Quickstar. Backs up a little bit. Hunter still holding over on the opposite side. Long range Stiffen. Try to go for the attempt. Reezy did not manage to hit it. Still holding off XOXO. Playing a little further back. He is going to be their main engage with that long range grab. There's the long range Ponce CC from behind the frontal guard. Didn't manage to hit him that time. Hunter gets the frontal guard just in time. Wall now out from Reezy. Interesting wall there.
It is an interesting wall.
Trying to buy some pressure. Looks like both teams are going to be waiting for the ebuff. Pancake family now have both their ebuffs available.
Hunter
Long
CC
goes in. There's the first CC. Now both ebuffs out from Pancake. Damage and CCs are going to be really rough here for XOXO got V'd. XOXO comes out of the V. Gets one shot by Quicksore. And Quicksore gets immediately grabbed by Hunter. Secondary CC comes out. Quicksore's on the ground. Damage isn't enough. Trying to go for the mass destruction over on the Reezy right there. Didn't manage to hit it. Quicksore gets forced to V. Hunter chases it down. Spiral can on the opposite side. And Reezy's going to drop in the middle here, try to go for the damage as he can. Secondary CC comes out. Hunter goes with the spiral cannon. Didn't manage to hit it. Reezy gets up just in time. Over in the corner. Hunter trying to stay alive. Damage and CC everywhere, but he's so tanky. Chasing down Quicksore now. Slowed down to the earth. Quicksore gets a heal off in time. Sees up over to the opposite side. Backs up. Giant Leap comes out. Gets the grab. And now, Hunter, I'm sorry. It's the end of your tournament life, buddy. V comes out to the side. What's that I smell? Is that a free grand finals? It's a free ticket to the end, baby! Reezy comes in. Damage finally coming. Oh, dude, it killed the hype. I'm sorry. He lived. I thought he was going to die. There's the grab. Finally gets the grab off, and there it is. Ends up winning 3-0. A clean sweep against the Notorious Pancake family. Great stuff from both teams. Still a great job to the Notorious Pancake family. They put up a great show against, without a doubt, comp-wise and player-wise, one of the strongest teams we have ever seen.
One of the scariest.
And the scariest teams we have ever seen in BDO 3v3s. Regardless, though, great stuff to them. They'll be moving on to our grand finals, where they will be eventually fighting off against Murdios. To take a quick look at those brackets. But before we get over to these finals, we do also still have the 3v3s, or the third place match against Dark Fades and Notorious Pancake family. Another chance at redemption for both of these teams. Really quick, will we be going to a break first?
To you.
It's up to me.
I think Armin needs some water.
I think let's run it. Let's run it. We're going to go straight to our third place matches, guys. Dark Fades against Notorious Pancake family. No breaks. We're going to go straight to the third place match. Let's hope I don't die over here. Regardless, though, let's take a look at the matchups on both of these sides real quick.
I
looks
want
like
to
we're
talk
setting up
real
for a
quick
second. Go ahead, go
about Hunter.
Can you give me some water?
You have
Give me
some
time
water.
for water.
I want to talk about Hunter. Hunter, you're out of my dungeon group. That's first thing, obviously. He let me down. I'm disappointed. He's better than that. Hunter's better than that. I'm going to talk to my GM Pax, and we're going to see what's up with Hunter and if he actually is going to be able to keep his spot in the guild. So that's for that's first thing. No, I'm proud of Hunter. I know he was asked a little bit last minute to do it, and he grinded his butt off trying to get his Tuvala gear up because he wasn't even playing seasons before the seasonal tournament got announced, and then he was like, oh crap, okay, let's get in on this. And leading up to this, he played really well, and they had a really cool match previously when they were against Uracuti, which they ended up down 1-2, which was kind of cool to watch them come back because I think we thought last week, remember, that they were going to be down a little bit early. But they came in and had to fight probably the favorite, or at least one of the two favorites, and they played pretty well. But I don't even think they suspected there was going to be a Suck Nova. If I had to guess, they were practicing against an Awakened Nova if they did any practice this week.
I think most people were expecting an Awakening Nova. I think even chat seeing a Nova in this tournament was not expecting a Suck Nova. I mean, you guys can say in chat, I wasn't expecting it. The only reason I knew was because I saw the team practicing like just the night prior, or just last night, they're like, I'm picking Suck Nova. So a little bit of an interesting decision. It was actually because of the nerfs that came with the Nova. Regardless, keep in mind that really only affected their stamina state.
They can't move now, right?
They can't. Well, no, they can move plenty fine, man. Don't worry about that.
They can't move. I heard.
But regardless, I mean, we now have a third place matches. Do we have the? We can show the team. So real quick, let's take a look at our third place match and what we're going to be seeing here before I finally go take a water break over and after this. Froge, Derm, and Gesso versus XOXO, which we just saw. Hunter HD, and it's actually Fias. He doesn't have a he doesn't have the L.
Yeah, he doesn't have
that's unfortunate, man.
It's Fias Tamer, man. Fias Tamer, man.
That's unfortunate. It's kind of like Bjork Jump. He couldn't get the L.
Poor Bjork Jump.
Poor Bjork Jump, unfortunately, right there. But regardless, let's take it. What's your thoughts on this match?
I mean, this is kind of similar to what we saw in the first semifinal on the other side of the bracket, except you're replacing Mac with Fields here. So you have a striker against a Mystic. You have a Lawn against a Warrior in that sense, if you want to look at it like that, and then you have a Tamer with the Sork. So you have an iframe class, grab class, tanky class, really fast classes. But this is another one where now individually their buffs aren't super impactful. Like they don't have mass CCs. It's not like Excel. But
they don't.
Fields has that pet buff, which makes that entire team insane for 60 seconds. Which is kind of nuts. So
yeah, Absorb is kind of underrated. That is the big reason people actually think that Tamer is one of the best AOA classes, because Absorb is actually insanely good. Yeah, insanely good. It's kind of the same thing as like, it's kind of a better version, but Sork also has like kind of that team AP buff they can get for 20 seconds. Yep. Even that plus 20 AP, that's pretty massive. That's pretty massive, and that's why you saw a lot of the time when Murdios was fighting, they had that buff. So Darkface kind of has a counter to that Tamer buff with their buff of their own. But regardless, this is 2v2s we're seeing first. Yep. Who is going to be the bans you think we're going to be seeing?
God.
What are your picks?
First ban, I mean, I'm probably banning Hunter. If I just watched that match, personally, I'm banning Hunter. Let's get a 1-0 lead. Let's get us a little bit of leeway to deal with the other when Hunter comes back in.
Well, you have to think, who do they ban from your side?
That one's kind of tough on the other side, because I don't know if one of those players stands out super highly over the rest. It's more like a compositional ban, right?
I think that they ban out Froge.
Okay.
I think they ban out Froge. I think, especially after seeing Darkfade's first match, you know, no offense, Gesser Olmar kind of dropped the ball a little bit, especially in the 1v1s. Even in the 2v2s, he wasn't playing the strongest. He was getting chased down. He was getting pressured out, especially from Divios, and you might even see a repeat of that here in these 2v2s. So if they don't, they probably ban out Hunter, and they make it so that Gesso doesn't have to fight him 2 rounds in a row. Right. But for all we know, I mean, they might ban Gesso for the same way as we saw in the first set. Chat, what do you guys think?
What do you think, chat? Who are they banning?
Who are they banning? We do have you guys pulled up, so you guys, we're reading your comments as they're going along. I did see that we called my main man Frosty here Johnny Sins. That is a great comment. I was trying not to crack up when I saw that. But
Hunter HD is saying ban Armin.
Is he?
Yeah.
Oh, is he?
In chat, Hunter HD says ban Armin.
I appreciate it, man. I appreciate it.
I mean, I wonder if the nerves are shaking off a little bit. Gesso Derm's team, hopefully they have a little bit better communication this time around.
Yeah.
Because they had a lot of like V's not chased down. They had a lot of CCs not capitalized on. I don't know. Let's see what happens. Chat.
Scuff Steve Jobs. I think that's
Scuff
also,
Steve Jobs.
That's also a pretty good one, especially with the glasses.
Someone's saying
pretty well.
cosplaying Agent 47. Who's Agent 47?
I don't know who that is.
Sounds
No,
like
I
an
don't know
Overwatch character. We don't play Overwatch here.
Okay. Regardless, guys, we finally have our matches ready. Final predictions, Frosty. Who is going to be winning our sets? Who is going to be moving on with the third place win?
I'm going to imagine Hunter is yelling at his team, and they're feeling down right now, so I'm going Froge.
I used to be in Crawling Chaos. Darkface, take it away, baby. Let's get it going. That might be a little bit. I'm not biased. That's all good. I've actually been in both of these guilds in the past. Regardless, match is already starting up. Both teams are in. It's Gesso and Froge. They banned out Durham first. Interesting pick. I wasn't expecting that one. Over from the opposite side, we have Shade in the lawn, so they banned out Hunter. Starting off already. Over on the opposite side, trying to go for a grab onto XOXO. Gesso turns it around, gets the high frame off, and the lawn's the first one to be again. XOXO drops the ball twice in a row there. Froge is going to try and follow it up. Goes for the grab a little too far away. Shade me on the opposite side, gets a grab onto Froge. Oh, sorry, onto Gesso. Gesso forced to be. Froge taking a lot of damage already. Force it back up right here. Holding off, needs to be careful of the pet stiffen. Backing up. Holding it. Froge. Stabilizing a little bit. Gesso going to be holding off as well. Shade is going to be holding the middle. Long range stiffen try to come in from Froge. From Gesso. Didn't manage to hit it. Spear now out. XOXO walks up. Gets a little bit of pressure right there. Trying to burn out that iframe from the Warrior. Holding off. Goes for the mask. Didn't manage to hit it. XOXO pulling up behind. Went for the grab. Wow, completely whips it. But Shade, unfortunately, gets pressured out as a result. Now Shade forced to be. XOXO in a 1v2. XOXO no grab to use in the middle right there. Shade comes out trying to pressure out Gesso. Gesso chasing him down hard. Drops the Grave Digging and forces the V. Both players now split up from both teams. Now immediately compiling onto Gesso. Gesso the first one to get grabbed. Shade came in with the CC. Gesso gets up. Turns it around. Shade's on the ground. Forces the V. But XOXO turns around with the grab of his own. But Shade ended up dying. Gesso gets out alive. XOXO now in a 1v2 scenario. He was a little late right there. Gesso, you didn't drop the ball this time. You picked it up and tossed it, baby. First round of the first set is going to be going over to Darkface. Man, I got way too hyped on that.
He did.
I got way too hyped by that.
He clutched it out while Froge was in his V. Sometimes when, you know, like if you're in comms and you hear your team be like, oh my god, I V'd.
Yeah.
Sometimes he panicked, but he was like, nope, I'm sticking my ground, going to take him out, and then end up getting that easy 2v1.
That dude, Gesso popped off.
Gesso did.
Dude, Gesso popped off. He got the CC on the Shade. XOXO didn't communicate that he's going for Froge right there. Got the CC on the Froge, forced the V, but he's not going to get the kill. Gesso ends up killing Shade, and as a result, it's now in a 1v2. So XOXO as well kind of dropped the ball there. Yeah. Should have turned around, should have tried to peel for his teammate, but maybe Shade ends up dropping down and dying there. Not too sure, but regardless, next round is ready. Any final predictions for the set?
I think XOXO needs to be a little bit more composed. He's getting CC'd a little bit early. Okay. Putting a lot of pressure on his team. XOXO need to pick it up a little bit. Come on, XO.
That's what Frosty's calling out. He is also your guildmate, so it's all okay. Round is ready. Let's get right into the second round.
He's not. He's in Pancake.
Okay. All right, round is started up, and let's get it going. Darkface against Pancake. Over on opposite side, Warrior is the only one with an E-buff available here, and a strong E-buff it is. Gesso just waiting for his opportunity to go forward. Froge pressuring out Shade, backing up over in the middle right there. Froge maybe a little too aggressive, gets CC'd by Froge, or gets CC'd by Shade, but so tanky. No damage came out. Gesso in the middle right there gets dropped down, and Gesso actually gets forced to V. Almost ended up dying in the miss right there, and now both players over on Pancake side just going to be sitting and pressuring out Froge. Froge didn't get caught or forced to V or anything. Shade gets caught out in the middle right there, forced to V. Gesso comes out and immediately gets a solo for a grab onto the lawn, and lawn now forced to V. They're sniffing him out over on the side. Solo for a grab comes in one more time. Gesso actually manages to get it. Yep, there's the damage. XOXO's dead, and now in a 1v2 scenario, trying to go for a grab there. Wow, he needs to realize he's still in tree con. Unfortunately, didn't manage to hit it. No punish came out from Fields, though. Unfortunately, backing up right here. Gesso just holding up and waiting. Fields fighting and waiting for his time. If there's any class that can win this 1v2, it's definitely a Tamer. Void landing in the middle right there. He's going to zone out Froge. Backs up, Spear Toss comes in, doesn't manage to hit Spear immediately into the Solar Flare. Try to get the CC off, didn't manage to back get that either. Backs up now. Feels on the opposite side. Froge going for the aggressive pressure. Trying to go for the T3. Torpedo didn't manage to hit it. Immediately going off. Void Lightning comes in. Gets the peel off. Actually gets up because of the Void Lightning. Gets so hard to hold Q. Secondary comes in. And now he's out and free. Needs to try and bide his time and look for his opportunities. CC first one comes in. Gets on the ground. Secondary combo. Gonna try and go for it. Oh no! He jumped! Getting jumped into the vacuum! All animation come in! That is the worst possible way to die. Dark Fades ends up winning the second round due to a falling animation while jumping in the vacuum. Oh my god.
You hate to see it. Look.
Credit
to Shade. No. Credit to Shade. XOXO getting CC'd a little bit early, getting knocked out a little bit early. Shade kiting around, buying his time, even landing some CCs, even trying to get a combo off. Up until that jump, Shade was playing incredibly well. So I don't want to take anything away. There's a lot going on. Sometimes at that point, you're like, I mean, Tammy uses spacebar a lot, you know? I can't judge. I jump to Shane. I jump to Shane constantly.
I know the skills, but I haven't played Tamer in other inputs. But regardless, I mean,
they use spacebar a lot.
It happens. It happens, guys. It happens to the best of us. I mean, you can. I mean, dude, I used to jump on stream all the time. So, I mean, you probably jumped on stream more than me.
I have a counter on my stream. And
do you actually?
I'm at like 350 jumps to Shames. It's bad. I mean, I jump just while grinding.
There's a lot of stress here, guys. A lot of stress here. But regardless, we now are going to be going into our second set. First set has gone to the Dark Fade side. Who do you think is going to be the bans, and who do you think is going to be winning this next set?
All right, so Hunter's coming back in. I think Hunter's going to take it. I think Hunter's coming in angry. He's going to turn this around. He's like, that's not how we play.
You think we're seeing a
This
Divios
is how
repeat?
we play.
You think it's a Divios repeat?
Divios Light is
Or are you hoping
on the rise.
Are you hoping for that? Regardless,
Divios Light on the rise.
Let's see if there's some bias right there. Next round's going to be starting up Dark Fades against Notorious Pancake Family. Who is going to be your second set winner? Derm is in now with Froge. This was a deadly combo. Did win the first set against Murdios' team. Hunter now in alongside his teammate XOXO on the lawn. That was a lot of grab pressure already. Dark Fades taking the mid aggression. Derm is going to be looking for a lot of damage here as he can. Froge pushing forward, early aggression. XOXO trying to go for the grab pressure from behind. Didn't manage to hit it. Hunter in the middle right there. Vacuum gets caught out. No grab comes out from either side. However, Froge gets CC'd first. Uppercut came in. Secondary KD unfortunately missed it. XOXO tried to grab Derm there. Derm got the iframe off just in time. XOXO now with no grab available. Not sure what he's going to be looking for right here is E-buff. So he is going to be a little hard to CC. Has no stamina burn on those side phantom frames. So he is going to be full SA iframe. You can see him spamming it right there. Already going aggressive right there. XOXO gets caught in the middle. Froge gets the CC. Secondary CC comes out. Hunter gets caught. And now both players from... Oh, Jesus Christ. Pancake side is forced to be. I got mixed up a little bit right there. Coming out of the V over to the side. Unfortunately, XOXO got chased down, sniffed out, and now Hunter is in a 1v2 scenario. What is he going to do right here? Frosty.
This is tough.
That's
Strike
what he's
res.
gonna do.
That's not what you want to do, though.
Grab.
That's not it.
Unfortunately caught out. Secondary combo. Actually vacuumed him, so even if he stood up, he's stuck in the middle right there. That's tough.
That wasn't it. That's not what the plan was.
That's not what the plan was.
That was not the plan.
Hunter HD, he came in fist roaring.
Right.
I said, oh, I'm too weak, sorry, guys.
This is why he keeps the dash light at the end of
Now,
this
they still have another round, so they still do have a chance. XOXO unfortunately got chased out through the V. Froge, that was a sick catch onto XOXO, especially when he was E-buffed.
Yeah. Also, a lot better communication. Sniffing out that V, something they were struggling with in the previous round.
They were.
So communication's a lot better this time around. So, I don't know, they're playing really well. Derm is kind of playing like incredibly well. So, I don't know. This might be kind of tough. This might be really tough. They have to win 2 in a row now, and there's that confidence. They're kind of losing a lot, and now I don't know if they're going to get in their heads or what, but they have to try to make a comeback. So, let's see if they can.
Alrighty. Well, next round is ready now. Second round of set 2. Who is going to be winning this one out? Is Notorious Pancake Family going to lose another set? Now, gates are open. Dark Fades. This time around, we'll see. Are they going to give him as much space as last time? Darkface took the middle, and it looks like they're going to take the middle one more time. And Froge, he didn't care. He just walked up and grabbed Hunter. Where's his teammate to help? It looks like they're not even going to care. Hunter is so tanky. Maybe that's why. Oh, my God. Straight over on the backside. Froge didn't get CC by the Sprout King. XOXO is going to try and pressure out Durham. Durham has his Cartions available if he wants to go for it, especially with that E-buff. Holding off for now. Hunter's going to get the first grab. Durham doesn't drop the Cartion. Damage comes out. Oh, my God. That's a KD grab. No secondary follow-up. He didn't V. Now Durham's in a 1v2 against the worst 2 possible classes in the game. That's a striker with tanky accessories and XOXO on the lawn, man. I'm not sure what's going to happen here. He's going to go into Nightmare. He's going to back up a little bit, holding on the opposite side. Try to go for the Wolf's Frenzy CC right there off the TP. Unfortunately, damage to hit it. DOD tried to catch XOXO off guard. Didn't manage to get that either. Durham, almost every time his teammate has gone CC, has set himself up in a point where he's in a 1v2, but rather than going for the peel with the Cartians or anything, just goes for these risky plays in 1v2. And I'm pretty sure, I personally, I don't know how I feel about this. You know, keep in mind, I'm not the sword player, so I may not know best, but
yeah, you think Durham's waiting for that 1 minute mark here? Or
maybe. I mean, at the end of the day, if he can try and stop the 1 minute mark, that'd be great. But you're also giving Pancake a chance to get back both of their e-buffs, and I think their e-buffs are ones to be more worried about than yourself. Already, you see the Lawn has gotten her e-buff back, and now Hunter's gonna be getting his back, and that's gonna be his prime opportunity to just run at Froge. Unfortunately, Froge, I mean, his e-buff is good too. But it doesn't give him, I believe, the SA. I'm pretty sure it doesn't give him that just like hard SA. I believe Striker's e-buff is arguably better.
No, Mystics does because as long as they're sprinting.
As long as they're
super armor while they're sprinting. Yeah.
I still just don't think that realistically Mystic's e-buff is as strong as Hunter's. But I mean, I could be wrong. Regardless, 1 minute time is now in play. GRJ comes out, gets the damage onto XOXO. Backing up for now, Hunter putting some forward pressure. Try to go for the mask right there. TBS. Oh, TBS. A poor choice right there. Gets caught by the mask stun. Getting followed out to the corner. He might be able to get out right here. No, Hunter got the V-Sniff. All right. There's the smell of blood. That is for sure. Actually decides to throw him not into the wall to the damage. Bridal came out and killed him. And as a result, now score is tied up 1-1. A much better round there from Hunter.
Really nice awareness by XOXO. When Hunter got that grab on Froge, the amount of damage that came out from that unbridled right to the face. So that way, once Froge got put on the ground, he wasn't going to be able to be. So he had to be in that moment, otherwise it was going to be too late. I don't think he expected the amount of damage that came out of that unbridled to happen. But yeah, that put Froge in a tough situation where once he's on the ground, that's it. He's not getting back up. So they have a chance to make a comeback here. They got to win. They have a chance. They got one.
I actually think that they're in prime position to win this out. I mean, realistically, again, like if you set up Durham to be the one in the 1v2, the Notorious Pancake family, they can't really do much against them. And Froge is an easy grab target, both with the Lawn and the Striker, so they can definitely kill him out. Froge needs to make sure he V's a little faster this time. Maybe overestimated his tankiness, especially with his accessories. So got caught off guard a little there, maybe a little bit with the damage.
I'm just like reimagining that dash grab that Froge got in the beginning, and he did like 5%
yeah,
of his
he
health.
did no damage to Hunter.
I'm like, oh no.
I was like, oh yeah, he'll probably be just as tanky right now. He wasn't. Regardless, next round, I believe is ready. Almost ready, so we're almost getting there.
Yeah.
Quick note, who do you think is going to win this set? Do you think they're going to clutch it out?
I think Hunter has this. I don't know. I don't think Hunter has this. I don't know, man.
It's too hard to
I can't predict anymore. I have no idea.
Who knows?
I
Next round's ready. Who is going to be winning our second set? Let's start it up. Alrighty. 1-1 right here. Dark Fades and Pancake. Running it down so far. We'll have to see how it happens. So far, Dark Fades has been getting mid-pressure while XOXO plays over on that side right there. Froge this time is actually going to be taking forward aggression while Durham plays back to try and pressure out XOXO. A little bit of a switch-up right there, and Froge actually goes for the grab onto XOXO. Gets a CC off the mouse off the secondary. XOXO's on the ground, and now forced to be in a 1v2 scenario. XOXO, fatal mistake there. Tried to counter-grab Froge, but Froge iframed into the mass. Now Hunter gonna hold off right here. Gets the S-block just in time. XOXO wasn't chased and sniffed out right there. Trying to go for the Wolf's Frenzy. Got the stun over onto Froge right there. Secondary Spiral Cannon has no secondary follow-up right here. However, unless they get a down smash, nope, not gonna be in there. Oh no, XOXO actually died! He got KD'd and then got burned out earlier. Unfortunately, I didn't end up catching that, so sorry about that. That's pretty fatal. Hunter's down to 1v2. Holding off here for now. TBS comes in. Wow, great punish onto Hunter, but can they kill him? Cautions. That's an e-buff, but the damage isn't there. Unfortunately, Hunter ends up getting up in time. Actually, oh my god, Froge died! Froge in the middle of all of that! Hunter e-buff got the Spiral Cannon leg drop. How did Froge just die that fast? What?
Okay, this becomes really tough for Durham now.
Wait,
so
what
fast. I was not even. I don't.
Wait,
the wall ate
you're
that
telling me Durham can drop a Cartians onto Hunter, but Hunter can get one grab into a Spiral Cannon and actually one shot, bro? What just happened? Spiral Cannon comes out. This is a 1v1. Durham is in the worst possible scenario here, class-wise, because I actually don't know if he can one combo cut Hunter. DOD comes out. There's the first CC. He has to get a reset here. Stefan Secondary reset off the violation. We're gonna go for the down smash right here. First down smash comes in. Gonna try to go for the secondary.
No.
Opted to back up and play it safe. Needs to be careful of the mass. There's his first opportunity. 1 minute left on the timers here. Derm holding off. Blades comes in. Needs to be careful. Just a collision landing off over on the backside. Didn't manage to get any kind of bound. Backing up now. Holding up. I can't believe Froge died.
I know. So Derm has
I
an
wish we had a
opportunity.
replay to see what happened there. I had no idea. From Derm's POV, Froge is fine.
Yeah. Derm has an opportunity to play time here since it's going to be hard for
So
Hunter
far,
to catch
Mass
him.
Destruction managed to dodge it. Yeah. Time is going to be of the essence here. Oh, no! Wolf's Frenzy got the stun off the CC stun. TP came forward. Derm got caught off guard around the corner.
He just
blocks him and grabs him. Hunter.
There it
You're
is.
too dirty, man.
The striker
This is almost
way.
Divio's flashbacks.
Oh.
It's just a repeat. The two brothers, the striker men, taking off and pulling back the second set alone there. 1v2. Hunter clutched it out, putting his team on his back, and now going to this next set. Before we go to the next set, do you know what happened?
I need to see replay. So we were behind the Sork in that.
We were behind the
From
Sork,
our
so
angle,
it's
we're behind the Sork. We're
Yeah.
watching Karshins. I'm sitting there thinking,
How is
I
Hunter
guess-
not taking damage?
yeah, I guess Karshins is being eaten completely by the wall
Yeah.
because he's taking no damage.
He was
at all.
E-buff too.
And it looked fine, and I was like, well, this is it. This is it. And then all of a sudden, it's like, Hunter's HP, or Froge's HP is gone. And now Derm's in a horrible situation. I don't know what happened. Was Froge CC'd?
Froge got CC'd off of the wake up from Hunter by a spiral cannon or a
Okay.
grab, I believe.
Yeah.
And at that point, I mean, Derm's Guardians ended, and Froge got a one shot.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure Hunter E-buffed. So
Yeah,
Hunter did E-buff.
That was one of those situations where, like, when you're watching it, you're like, you kind of know what's about to happen. You're like, all right, this is over. Hunter got caught. Karshins is up. They have the Mystic. It's just going to be a lot of damage. 2v1. The striker most likely is not going to be able to hold off. And then all of a sudden, nope, that's it. Froge has nothing. I kind of blew my mind. I mean, Mystics are incredibly tanky, too. This isn't like, oh, well, he's on a squishy
I'm pretty
class.
sure he's running the same accessories as
Yeah,
well.
he's probably running the same thing. So,
Yeah.
yeah, that was impressive. I mean, Hunter turns it around. Like I said, he's angry now. And
Yeah,
the next match,
he's furious.
the next match, he has Shade, and him and Shade kind of work pretty well together.
Yeah.
So that's a scary 2v2.
Round is ready. Next match is up. Who's going to be pulling out this third set? Let's get right into it. All players are now going to be in. Players are kicked out. Shade, and Mystic are now, Striker on the Hunter are now in against Gesso and Derm. Gesso and Derm, we saw this in the last set, I believe, as well. This time around, Derm getting forward aggressive. Derm RDV'd. Long range CC from the Stiffen roll. The Tamer came in.
Oh,
Derm
no.
got CC'd by the Spiral. Forced to be around in the corner. He's going to try and peel for him. Actually got the peel. Grab came up on the Hunter and Derm got up. Oh my god. Amazing peel came in. Gesso turns it around and CC Shade as well. Hunter now in a 1v2 scenario with his teammates in V. Gesso, you're doing popping off right here. Follow up grab. Shield charge. He's on the ground. Derm's out on the backside. Shade CC2. And Shade ends up dying. No, got up just in time though. Kite's out and Gesso gets forced to V. What just happened?
We are in a 1v1. Warrior versus Tamer right now,
Oh
Armin.
my god.
Oh,
no! The V sniff came in. Oh no, he got up! Shield charge and go!
Oh
Dude,
no!
This is a clown
What just
fiesta.
happened?
Dude, this is a clown fiesta,
Oh my
man.
god.
This is a clown fiesta.
I thought they had it. I thought they were coming back. I thought we were going to... Oh my god.
I'm shouting too much, man. Dude, I'm seeing these scenarios and I'm just like blown in my mind how this is happening.
So
That
was crazy.
Gesso literally just 1v2.
Gesso-
Derm did nothing that match.
Gesso's MVP.
Gesso's
MVP for
MVP.
sure. Not
Gesso's
his
MVP.
peel. He did kind of the same thing
Gesso's
that
MVP.
Shade did in his very first match. Gesso timed that grab perfectly,
Yeah.
and with Shade there, so you have that risk. If you do that grab, that whole animation, once you land the grab during the whole animation, you're unprotected. You have Hunter throwing skills, Shade throwing skills, and he just gets it in time. And Derm backs up, and at first I was thinking, oh, this might be bad. Like, Derm could have thrown a little bit of damage and maybe finished him off instantly, but they split up, end up in a 1v1. Shade lands the grab, starts the combo, I guess doesn't get the re-CC, or maybe bound him early. I'd have to rewatch, and then Gesso gets the wake-up grab and just finishes him off.
I don't know what Shay did there when he tried to peel for Hunter.
Yeah.
He ran in, he got CC'd by Overwhelm for the secondary.
Yeah.
And I was just like, I don't know what he tried to toss.
Yeah.
Do you know?
It looked like I thought I saw Legendary Beast power or a Legendary Beast dance.
Yeah.
I don't know what he did after that.
Not sure.
I mean, typically speaking, if you're just throwing damage, you're gonna either throw all around spinner
Yeah,
or a bomb.
yeah, exactly.
But,
not too
I
sure,
don't
but
know.
regardless, unfortunate mistake there from Shade. Regardless, next round is starting up. Gesso putting his team on his back.
Putting in work, man.
In hard terms. Now up 1-0, Darkfade's in a great position, and Hunter going to have to try and turn this around. Spirit Toss comes out. Both teams are 1-1 in the set, however. But this is will be going to the 1-1v1. Hunter chasing forward. Gesso backing up a little bit right here. Feels meanwhile over on the backside is going to be pressuring out Roach. Oh, sorry, Derm holding back right here. Oh no, Derm got pressured out. Hunter ran in immediately and got the grab off. Drops a Void Landing on top, and now Shade sniffing out Fields. Or sorry, Shade is sniffing out, but no! The shield charge came in, got the sniffing off. Hunter holding off for now. Try to go for the mass build, didn't manage to hit it. Gesso's gonna be chasing out his teammate. No, didn't agree the V correctly. Derm tries to cross the DOD and get the punish off. Fields is gonna back up now. Hunter in the middle right there is gonna try and go for a CC on the Gesso, chasing him down. Gesso backs up, tries to go for the Spirit Toss, doesn't manage to get it. Derm backs up with his teammate, groups up now, and now they're gonna be pushing back, and it's now a fight reset. V's are popped from both sides here. Holding off for now. Hunter got CC in the middle. Oh my god, the DOD caught him. Secondary CC. They're not going to manage to get the connection right here.
No.
Shade comes in for the CC off the grab. That's a KD off the GOJ. Secondary CC. The damage wasn't there. Forced to V though. Gesso Romor out of the fight now. Feels is down to 10% HP though. They're not going to manage to follow the Warrior, unfortunately. Durham holding on the backside. Tries to go for the Blades. Did manage to get the KB off the Blades. Secondary fall from Gesso. And now Feels in a 1v2 scenario. Wow, those Blades actually ended up catching Hunter right there. It's a little unfortunate. Backing up right here. Tries to go for the DOD. Thought it's a little too far away, pushing forward, holding off in the middle right here. Both teams now to reset. Hunter is going to be going aggressive right here. Looks like he popped his debuff. Backing right here. Durham holds off, going to look for the DOD. Gesso backing up now is going to try and group up back with Durham. Hunter drops down, try to go for the downbound. Didn't manage to hit it. Shade in the middle right there. Hunter ends up getting CC over on the backside. Durham ended up getting the CC. Gesso Romar backs up after he couldn't get the secondary KD. Coming in right now. Spiral Torpedo ends up getting the CC right there through the Sulfur. Gesso on the ground. Durham's going to try and peel. Gesso gets up just in time. Spiral Cannon comes out. Damage is there. Gesso's going to be forced to back up. Now Durham going to be holding on the backside, trying to peel for his teammate right here. Spiral Cannon chasing him down, grouping up. Gesso holding off for now. Shield charge gets the grab off. First CC comes in. Secondary DOD got the CC out, and as a result, Gesso gets the secondary kill. Gesso ends up winning the round for his team. Darkfade ends up winning 2-0 the third set. Wow. So he got the first CC on a Hunter. DOD came in to CC EXO, and as a result, they won.
Everything that looks like it's going one way in this match ends up going the complete other.
Yeah.
I guess it was down to like what, 5% health in there. So Hunter gets the KD from Spiral on Gesso out there in that corner. They don't get back to him quick enough to deal any damage before the re-CC, so they just go for the quick re-CC. Not enough damage, they get out, and then they kind of split up. They go over to the other side, and then I still thought Hunter's in the lead. They have the HP advantage, heavy HP advantage. And then just the Dream of Doom comes from the back and just...
Yeah, Hunter maybe got a little too aggressive on the Gesso. Gesso just hit him with a little side shimmy right there, got the grab off. And, I mean, that is a Warrior grab. You're not going to live from that, realistically. Yeah. He is going to hit you, especially if you're a striker. And then Shade, a little bit of a fatal mistake. Came in right there, tried to get the peel off on the Hunter. And, again, every time Shade has tried to peel, he's gotten killed.
The other thing that's crazy is early on in that match, Durham's coming out of V, Feels trying to go for it, and Gesso gets that stiffen, completely stopping it. That could have been the end of the match. He was this close to sniffing Durham's V, doesn't get it in time. Looks like the match is ready, Armin.
Next round is ready, and we are now moving on to the 1v1s. Both these teams are going to be picking one player to fight it out, and in this scenario, they're picking Shade against Durham. Tamer and Sork, arguably some of the better 1v1 classes in the game, but Tamer, in many people's eyes, the best. So we're going to have to see how is Durham going to deal with this. Already, Tree Climb going to come out on the backside, holding off right here. Key block, backing up, immediately goes on the Nightmares. Needs to be avoid that shout. The Void Lighting on the backside. Shade is going to run out of it. Tree Climb over here. It's going to be in the iframe. Try to go for the TBS punish. Just not going to manage to get it. He does have an SA connection straight out of that Tree Climb. Long range dog stiffen. Try to go for it. Trading the Soul Reaper right there. Backs up again. Cancels out, and now Feels is going to keep on putting forward pressure right here. Goes for the Moonlight right there. Didn't manage to hit it. Goes straight into the Howling. Backs up right here. Gesso immediately comes out, pole dance, chases down Derm. Derm getting a little pressure now. He's going to go straight into Nightmare to try and keep himself alive. Secondary Nightmare, no, doesn't go into it. Backs up now here again, trying to go for the flow option. Oh, he's going to go for that TBS, but still in that stream climb over on Shade side. So he's going to be an iframe. DOD try to go for the punish, straight into the frontal guard. Not going to manage to hit it. Feels just goes for the grab, gets the CC off, and now Shade's forced the V, following him out through the V, over behind the pillar, is going to manage to hit it. No, got a bad sniff right there, unfortunately, but the dog got the CC. Did he just
I think he floated. He did so much damage.
Wait, I think Derm just got one shot from 70 to 0% in one ability.
Yeah, that damage was kind of nuts. That happened really fast. I thought Derm was, he got out of it for a second. I think he got floated by Legendary Beast Dance again. That was crazy. Yeah, that damage was insane.
So now we know why the Mystic might be taking so much damage in these fights. But regardless, you again, like, this is where Hunter's his team wanted to be set up. This is where Notorious Pancake family want to be. The second they get to 1v1s, they have a Tamer. They are in prime position to just completely wipe the enemy team, because Tamer is so strong in these 1v1s, and you saw it right there. Anything you'd like to see them switch up, and who they're going to pick to fight the Tamer next?
I'm imagining Gesso, but I don't like any of these matchups for them against the Tamer personally. So we'll have to see. I don't know. Shade's tough. Shade's tough. He plays with confidence and anger too. You ever watch this stream?
Shade?
Oh yeah.
I've seen it a few times.
Yeah, when he's streaming, man, the second he's in PvP, it's just straight anger. He wants blood. So I'm not fighting it.
You're not fighting it?
I'm not fighting it myself, no.
Next round starting up. Shade, the Reign of Terror. Over on the Dark Fade side, what are they going to do? They're going to try and challenge it with the Warrior. Spirit Toss immediately comes in. Gesso's going full aggro. Immediately goes with the grab right there. Both players have popped their ebuff. Gesso is going to have res on his side right here. Gets the forward thrust. Unfortunately, didn't manage to get the CC right there. He is running his ebuff time. He's down slower and slower right here. But unfortunately, you're running into a Tamer. You need to be careful of the dog tips. This class has so much SA and iframe. You're not going to manage to get an easy grab onto it. And if you don't know what you're doing into it, you're going to get caught. Get CC'd out of the Spirit Toss right there. Feels is going to follow him around the corner. Unfortunately, once again, did not manage to get the V sniff right there. Jimmy drops the Gravedigger a little too far away. Shade following up behind him, trying to go for a CC. Spirit Toss comes in, long range. Needs to be careful of the dog stiff, as he's not. Does go a little too aggressive. He can get caught out. There's the dog stiff right there. Calls a void landing on the backside. Nope. Holding off for now. Gesso now. Both players out of ebuff. Gesso threw his opportunity away a little bit. Shield charge forward. Went for the grab. You're just gonna get easy iframe to the side, and Shade ends up winning the second round against Gesso. Another clean play from him. And that is now 2-0. One more player from Dark Fade's side, and if they don't manage to get it, I believe that is going to be 2-2.
It's going to be tied up. That Tamer grab is so fast. Don't get me wrong. Warrior grab is really fast. Tamer has a lot of iframes, though. That Tamer grab is so fast. Like, you go in for something, you're always at risk, even afterwards. Like, if he goes Solar Flare grab and he starts off with head chase, he's not going to have the iframe to get out. So it leaves him open to grab. So you have to pay close attention to Tamer's grab. Unfortunately, he got grabbed there 2 separate occasions. This will be cool to see, because I'm really wondering at full health, when Froj goes into Fields, if he does get a grab off, is Fields going to have enough damage to kill Froj in one combo? Tamer's damage can be kind of nutty. They are magic damage, so you never know in these situations.
I think he'll have enough.
You think it'll be plenty?
I think he'll have enough. We'll see though. Yeah. Next round is now ready. And, well, are they going to manage to pull it out? Froj against Shade. How are they going to manage to pull it out? And also, keep in mind, this is the Mystic. I honestly feel like the Striker always felt more tanky to me in these matchups. And we saw Froj already get deleted by Hunter. So, we'll have to see, can Shade do the same thing? Froj is going to be holding up behind the pillar here. He's going to drop that vacuum. That is one thing that Shade needs to be careful of. On the opposite side is going to go into the void line, try to grab through it. Unfortunately, that is unprotected. Immediately gets
like he had damage,
forced the V. It looks like he already does have the damage. Snip through the V. You thought he wasn't going to combo him? That's Tamer, baby.
Never mind,
that's my bad. They may be unprotected with their damage, but they do high damage. And as a result of that, Notorious Pancake family are going to tie it 2-2. And God help my voice, we're going into our fifth set.
I'm writing this down.
Yay!
Tamer
I'm so happy.
Does damage. Woo. So yes, that is confirmed. Check,
guys,
check, and check.
Fifth set, that means we're going to see a 3v3.
We're going to see a 3v3. We're going to see our first 3v3
of the 3v3
Tuvala Cup. Yeah.
Yeah.
This is going to be exciting.
It's exciting.
Dude, so now the 3v3s are completely different. Anything can happen. 3v3s, there are moments where it gets a little bit organized and things separate, but there's also times where everyone is on top of each other and a bunch of damage is being thrown out, and Armin has to look at every single health bar and be like, what do I say?
Yeah.
Because everyone's health is ticking down. Or there's also those times where I'm always blown away by this, where you see 3 people on each side just on top of each other, and you're looking at their health and nothing is moving, and you're like, how are they not dealing any damage to each other? This could be really fun.
This
I'm
could
excited.
be really fun.
I think the slows are going to play a big impact here. Like I was saying before, I think the slows are going to be huge.
I mean, we do have the slow options. We finally get to see a 3v3 where we can actually see the warrior kind of put that AoE zoning to use. But Gesso already has been doing great so far. Contrary to the beginning of their matches or in the first original set, they've been doing a great drop. So I think that personally, I'm gonna go with Gesso's side. I think especially with Shade on top of the Void Lightning spam. I mean, I think they can deal with it with the vacuum of the Mystic, and they can push Shade out. Hunter's really the only threat, and I think they'll be fine against him.
Yeah, I'm a little bit leaning with you because I'm not trusting the lawn right now. I'm not trusting XOXO.
XOXO hasn't been playing too well.
Yeah.
Regardless, I believe the set is ready. The rounds are up. The players are in. Let's get straight into it. Our 5th and final set, a 3v3 best of 3. Who will be winning 3rd place for all those pearls? Froge already early aggression over on the opposite side. Gesso, meanwhile, is going to be holding back right here. Going straight in the middle right now. Slashing comes out. Gravedigger going to try and drop some damage. Meanwhile, V's already coming out. Shade is already forced to be. Unfortunately, got caught out. Gesso's going to get a grab of himself. Hunter's now on the ground. Unfortunately, no damage came out. And XOXO got forced to be over on the opposite side as well. And now the only one alive is Hunter trying to stay alive in this clash. Unfortunately, or fortunately for him, he is the tankiest player. Shade now out of the V is going to be trying to stay alive. Gesso chasing back on the opposite side. Solar Flare grab comes in. First, now finally Hunter forced to V. Shade and XOX are going to try and have to stay alive here. Shade counting back, gets caught by the spear connection. Gesso is just running a complete turnaround on this team. He's running them over one by one. Shade now down, and now Hunter's this next one on the ground, down to 50% HP, trying to drop some chip damage here over in the middle. GRJ comes out, doesn't manage to hit anything. Spear Toss going to be coming back in. Hunter in the middle, tries to drop a mass destruction, goes in to try and peel for XOXO. XO gets caught, unfortunately dropped onto the ground. Froge got in with that grab, and now Hunter in a 1v3 scenario. Unless he gets a Spiral Cannon CC. No, unfortunately didn't manage to get it. He's not going to have much of a chance, and Dark Fates ends up winning the first round 1.
Gesso is MVPing it up in this round. What did he land? 3 grabs in that fight? I'm pretty sure he landed 3 separate grabs, landed a stiff. Gesso has been absolutely insane in these fights, and he's moving. He's in the right place, right time, 100% of the time. He follows up just with a little bit of damage. He's not getting carried away, not getting stuck in there too long, which happens a lot of the time, especially when there's a striker there. You think you're going to be fine. You do your combo. You're like, he's almost dead. You start getting anxious, like, let's just kill him, and then you stayed in too long. Now you're grabbed. Gesso not doing that at all, just getting those CCs off and completely carrying his team right there.
Do you think Dark Phase is going to be winning the 3rd place prize?
I mean, it's looking like it, but anything is possible. 3v3s are chaotic. I wasn't expecting Shade to go down first, so we'll see. We'll see what happens here.
All right, well, regardless, we'll have to see what can Shade do this round. Hopefully we can get a little bit more of an overhead view of this fight. But regardless, next round is ready and up. Let's get straight into it. Already. Round is up. Dark Fates again up 1-0 here. Pressure is going to be high. Gesso holding over on the backside this time. Froge is going to be the first one in, trying to get that vacuum up, plant some pressure, and Durham's going to be holding back here. Waiting off for now. Froge off, gets actually over in the middle right there, is in the middle of 2 players. XOXO is going to be chasing down the warrior, trying to get a grab off. It looks like Durham's holding back right here, not doing much so far. Hunter got in the middle of the vacuum. He needs to be careful. So Gesso comes back in, goes for the Spirit Toss on a Hunter, doesn't manage to hit anything. Froge and Dark Phase are grouped up over on the side here again. Shade waiting out right here. XOXO waiting back, gets a grab on a Gesso. Gesso forced onto the ground. We'll see, is he going to be? No V coming out just yet. Gets V now, there it is. Hunter comes in, gets a peel off onto the secondary player coming in. Froge now out, and now Durham is the only one left alive here in a 1v3 scenario. Froge comes out in the middle, and you're in Narnia, buddy. You're going to get a straight grab first on the ground. Gesso comes in, try to get the peel, gets deleted as well, and now Durham in a place against all odds in a 1v3 scenario. He's not going to make it out, and Dark Fades gets completely 3-0 wiped much faster than last time.
Yeah, that was a completely opposite match. This is why I didn't want to make a prediction, because you never know what's going to happen in these 3v3s. I kind of liked Froge going in by himself a little bit and then them playing back, but then after that things got a little bit more jumbled. Man, the amount of damage that comes out. When Froge gets grabbed out of that V, you go to try to peel, but there's just going to be so much concentrated damage in that area, so 2 people just die instantly.
Yeah, and I mean, we're now in a scenario where we have gone not only to the last set, we have also gone to the last round of the last set in our third place match. Man, I hope the grand finals can go this far. But we'll have to see what happens. Next round is finally ready. Who is going to be your third place winner for the Tuvala Cup? Round has started. 1-1 right here. E-buffs are down on both sides, but Pancake have a huge advantage here with 2 E-buffs available. Froge going to go for the early aggression here to the side. Gets a vacuum up. Hunter's going to sit in the middle of it and not care. Just gets a grab off the Froge. Every player is completely ignoring them. XOXO gets a 1v1 of his own on to get some to the side. Gets
Oh,
to be.
no!
Froge gets KD'd and copped down. Froge is now down and out. 2v3 scenario. E-buffs are still available from Pancake side. Pancake now popping him. Shade chasing down. And Gesso comes in. Gets the first grab. Secondary CC. KD came in. Void Lightning got the peel off. Gesso now dropped down and dead. Novi available, and now Durham in a 1v3 scenario tries to go for the damage right there. Has he available if he wants to go for it. He needs to try and clutch this out. He is the last chance for his team to get third place. Goes to Nightmare, holding back right now. Hunter's just walking up for him so far. Wolf he comes out, goes for the stun, doesn't manage to hit it. Durham backing up right here. Goes for the stinger over on the opposite side, doesn't fully commit. No punish comes out. Spiral cannon over on the backside. Looks like Fuel so far. Content with playing slower here. XOXO as well. Goes for the DOD. Doesn't manage to hit anything on the Fuels right there. Goes stays in the SA. Backing up. Goes for XOXO. XOXO in the SA lingers. South Furry comes in. Gets the grab off. Hunter gets the first CC. V comes out. And what is that? That is a third place win. Secondary grab. Notorious Pancake family, congratulations on your third place prize. And as for Dark Fades, I'm sorry. You'll be taking that fourth place. But hey, at least you still got some pearls.
You do still get some pearls and some, one of those Arsha coins.
You do. You do
Or a
get
couple
four.
Arsha. How many Arsha
You got
coins?
4 Arsha coins.
4 Arsha coins. What is third place getting?
Third place, let's see your rewards real quick. Third place is receiving 5,000 pearls and 8 golden Arsha coins. So congratulations to the Notorious Pancake family on those pearls. Go get yourself an outfit, man. Make yourself look a little better. But now, that is going to be the end of it for our third place match. And we are now going to be going to a 10-minute break. I am going to hopefully try and stay alive through this. Thank you, everyone, for who's been watching so far. Please make sure you guys stick around. We do have a lot of rewards from drops coming in, and we also still do have the code left at the end of the stream. And next up, we're going to be going off into our grand finals, Murdios versus Ha 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 Ha. Please stick around and come back to see that happen. See you in a little bit, guys. Hello, adventurers, and welcome back to the 2021 Summer Seasonal Tuvala Cup. My name is GM Armin. I'm accompanied here by SoFrosty.
Hello, everybody.
And once again, just a real quick notice to you guys, Twitch drops are enabled, so make sure you guys do have your accounts connected, and we once again will have a coupon code for the end of you guys. We are now going into the grand finals after our 10-minute break. We are about to see two teams clash it out. However, before we go into those grand finals and before we go over everything, let's just have a quick rundown of the rules and rewards one more time.
Alrighty, the rules are going to be the same as the previous matches. Set 1 is going to be a 2 versus 2 best of 3 rounds. Each team is going to be allowed to veto one player from the other team. Set 2, same thing, 2 versus 2 best of 3. Each team can veto one player from the other team. The same person cannot be vetoed twice. Set 3, 2 versus 2 best of 3 rounds. Each team gets a veto. Again, can't veto the same person more than once, which means every player will play at least 2 matches during these first 3 sets. Set 4 is going to be a 1 versus 1 best of 1 round, last man standing. If the player wins their match versus their opponent is defeated, they move on to fight the next opponent until the entire other team is defeated. And then set 5 is going to be your traditional 3 versus 3 in a best of 3 for everything. The Arena of Arsha format is HP decreased over time. Maximum HP will be decreased by 20% at the 2-minute mark. Maximum HP will be decreased again by 50% at the 1-minute mark, leaving them capped at 50%. What are the rewards, Armin?
That's a mouthful for you to say.
It is, it is.
Just a quick shout out to Alienware for providing us with the rewards for these winners. And once again, our rewards for our first place winners. In first place, every member of the team will be receiving an Alienware M15 Ryzen Edition R5 gaming laptop alongside their very own Alienware gaming mouse.
That's so
And
insane.
as for in-game
That's crazy. They're getting a laptop. That's crazy.
And as for in-game rewards, each player will also be receiving 15,000 pearls and 20 golden Arsha coins. And as for our second place winner, the second place winner will also be receiving their very own pearls and golden Arsha coins. And those are our second place rewards right there. 10k pearls, and I believe it was 12 golden Arsha coins. So now with that said, we did just have our semifinals in our third place match. And let's take a really quick look at those brackets to see how our top 4 has run so far. So as for our top 4, Murdios against Dark Fades was the first match of the day today. Murdios ended up winning it out 3-1 and moving on to their grand final spot. As we just saw, Dark Fades ended up moving on to the third place match, where Notorious Pancake Family and Ha 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 ended up fighting out Ha 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 Ha, taking a clean 3-0 sweep against Notorious, and Notorious Pancake Family ended up fighting Dark Fades, where Dark Fades unfortunately ended up dropping the ball. Notorious Pancake Family ended up winning 3-2 in a final round, final set match, taking that third set spot. And now we are now in a position for Murdios against Ha 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 Ha. Who will be your grand final winner? Let's take a real quick rundown of those teams and their members.
All right, Murdios is playing Vert, Nazuro, who is Masilis, and Divios. On the other team, we have Quicks, Reezy, and Flannels. These teams are stacked from top to bottom.
They are.
All of these players, people don't remember this, but Vert has an Arena of Arsha skin on his Meiwa from years ago. Like, these players have been participating in tournaments for a long time. So this is sort of a little bit of like the old versus the new.
It
if
really
you want to
is.
look at
It
it.
really
Yeah,
is.
it's kind of like the old guard versus the new guard. Divios, who came from a professional gaming background in the past, these players are insane. Reezy, godlike. Flannels, godlike. Divios, godlike. Masilis, arguably could have been godlike if he was able to get into the tournament.
Yep.
He struggles to read like I do. Vert was casting, he was retired, he's back. But I'm super excited for this match. Again, we have this situation though where Ha 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 has a Q buff, and that Q buff can be game changing. One of the things that's really powerful about that Q buff that I think a lot of people kind of forget about is not just its CC or damage potential, but sometimes when you go after that Zerker, you try to put a little bit of pressure on that Zerker, like he's Q buffed, go grab him. They have 50% increased resist, which puts you at risk. If you go for a CC, even if you landed it,
bet.
there's a chance you don't get it. So
So with that said, any final predictions on who will be
right.
winning the overall first place for us? It's a lot of weight.
This is head and heart. I am saying Haha is winning this in a close 3-2. We're going all the way to the end.
All right. I will say 3-1, and let's take a look at the predictions. Chat predicting Murdios to win. So, is the caster decks correct, or are you guys correct? Our first match is ready. Our grand finals are underway. Let's get straight into it. One of the hypest 3v3s I have ever seen. 2v2s decided off. Mac Daddy and Vert. Davios is banned out. Quicksore and Reezy Flannels is banned out. Interesting decision. Let's see how this goes. Round already starting up. It looks like Murdios is going to kick over to the side right here. Mac's going to go in for the aggressive pressure. Reezy's not really that much of a threat, but Quicksore still needs to back up and hold his high tail. Scared of that lawn coming in. Vert coming in over on the side right there. DOD comes out. No drop connection. Vert now coming in for the fly, and Essay lands on the ground. Reezy, no grab punish, unfortunately. Back into the side right there. Q-Buff now pod. Max on the ground. KD burned down. Q-Buff, you're going to get snaked out. Over to the side right here. Comes out right behind the corner. Vert tries to peel. Kills himself, and both players are now out already. Team Ha 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 takes the first round.
Okay, that was incredibly fast. I like the idea of what Vert tried to do there. Unfortunately, he went in just a little bit too deep, maybe a little bit too early, and just gets CC'd himself, and they both just go down together. That Q-Buff, I don't think Masilas is ready for it. I don't think he was expecting it at all.
I don't think he was.
Yeah, that was incredible. What do you make of the ban picks for this first match here? Flannel's out in the first round, Divio's out in the first round.
I will tell you now that while many players, after they kind of study the Ranger matchup, be like, oh yeah, Ranger kind of, it's just like, whatever, you can kind of deal with it. A lot of these players, they probably don't know how Ranger works. And in many people's eyes, when you're fighting a Ranger that's Flannels on that name tag, you're scared. So I can understand why the ban was out of there. And especially when he has that long range early pressure, they probably wanted to kick him out a little bit. But regardless, we now have that round done. Coming into this next round, what do you think they need to work on?
Well, they're not going to get Q-buffed, at least not early on. They're going to have to wait until the very end of the round to get Q-buffed. I think Mac needs to be a little bit more aware, obviously, of where those shots are coming from, because even if Q-buff doesn't get him there, he can still get hit by mobility shot, which is a stiff, and they can capitalize on that pretty quick. I still don't know how you deal with Reezy, so I'm hoping they teach me right now, because he's on Suck Nova.
That is fair. Suck Nova, a little bit of a unique setup, but regardless, round is ready. Second round of the first set. Who is going to be winning the first set off? Let's get it going. Round is started up. Again, no key buff available. Murdios, double buff available. Vert already is going to be popping his key buff early on here. Actually, he may have popped it early in the last round. Not too sure. Reezy still does have his if he wants to pop it. Early DOD. Got the KD on the Quicks, but unfortunately, no connection comes in. Reezy comes in for the peel, and Vert almost died. Mac almost dies as well, and the Cartians gets the grab on the Vert. Quicks popping off. First CC came out. Mac's trying to put the pressure on the back foot. Vert gets chased down around the corner. No CC came out. Unfortunately, a little too slow. Reezy now in the middle of both these players. GRJ going to go straight into the Nightmare. Quicks getting chased down by Vert over on the opposite side. Need to make sure and see what happens over there. Quicks doesn't get any kind of connection. Neither does Vert. Holding back right now. DOD comes out again. No CC onto Quicksor this time. Giant Leap comes out, pressuring out Mac a little bit. Reezy walking forward as well to put these players on split sides. Still need to be careful of Vert's grab over on the back end right there. Holding off for now. FD just going to be trying to get those buffs up as he can. Get those AP buffs in line. Reezy did pop his E buff there. So did Mac. So that is where he did want to pop that Cartians. Holding off for now. Both players now content with playing slow, and the longer you play this, Vert already goes in aggressive, gets the first grab into Reezy, secondary GRJ. Reezy just gets up and says, hey man, I don't care about that. I'm a Suck Nova. Quicks tries to go for the grab pressure over onto Mac's side, drops his Giant Leap, gets the CC off the Giant Leap pod, secondary CC. Vert comes in for the peel. Reezy trying to and confirm off it. Vert gets CC, doesn't manage to get the secondary, and there's Reezy's V. Vert ended up being there as well. Unfortunately, he did not trust his teammate's peel. Back up to the side, he's going to regroup with his teammate right there, try to go for the DOD. Vert comes out over on the side. Oh my god! Quicksor just one-shot two people.
God. Seismic Blast is crazy.
Seismic Blast off of the ground. The initial start of Quicksor just one-shot two people off the back attack. We did just see that. And Team Ha 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 has just won the first set against the team that many people predicted to be winning this entire tournament in a complete 2-0 sweep. So far, that's got to be confidence leading them into this.
That's got to feel good. I don't particularly love having the Sork in there against the Nova. I think if they could have, they would have loved to have the Nova in while the Sork is banned, or have the Nova out while the Sork is in. But they played it really well. They got both their Vs. Vert was forced to V. Mac was still up. He went to go try to sniff a V, but unfortunately they weren't able to capitalize. And when Quicks came around and just popped that seismic, it's over. They're done. Their HP went from half to nothing so fast.
You saw the ground have CC'd Mac, and then Vert on the opposite side just ate the seismic as well.
Yeah.
I mean, at the end of the day, you're going to be eating it, and many people don't know him. He's a dark horse, but, I mean, I've seen this man play a ton. Quicksor is, without a doubt, one of the best Zerkers in North America, especially in AOA.
One of the things that he's doing that you don't see a lot of Zerkers do is he's using his Giant Sleep aggressively right in people's faces really quickly. Normally you see in a lot of these tournaments, they're just charging it and charging it and charging it and waiting. He's just popping it. People aren't ready for it.
Yep. And now, regardless, we are now going into the next round. Next set, sorry, already 1-0 up. Team Ha 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 with aggressive pressure here. Divios and Flannels are now in. Let's get the round going. Who is going to be winning this out? Flannels is going to be putting early aggression here. Quicksor and Flannels are the first one in. They have Q buff available. Divios is in. He's going to be popping his SA E buff and just running forward here. So we'll have to see how Divios is going to play this. How is Ha 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 going to counter it? Holding up right now, long range, KD, try to get onto Divios. Divios just lingering for now. No E-buff pop just yet. Spiral Cannon just trying to get some bait out right there. Max gonna walk for it, eats the slow, goes straight into Karchen, cancels it out. Quicksor catches Divios with an easy grab, drops the grab over on the opposite side. Mac gets caught as well. Secondary KD is getting down smash reset over and over again. Divios finally gets up after that entire combo extension, but doesn't even die. Gets him off the ground. Flannels an insane grab. Gonna try and get the secondary combo extension. Quicks comes in with a Q buff. Damage is in there, unfortunately, and Mac now comes in with the GRJ, and that's what I'm talking about. Divios is so tanky. It doesn't matter if he gets caught. It doesn't matter if he gets outplayed. He doesn't care, because all he's going to do is give some room to Mac, but there's a secondary catch again. Giant Sleeve goes straight into the grab, goes into the GRJ. GRJ ended up connecting through the C-swap from Quicks there. Drops a Karchen, gets zoned out by Flannels right there. Divios gets forced to V. Flannels not getting chased down. Needs to be careful. Spiral Cannon came out. Doesn't manage to get any kind of CC. Quicks are holding on the backside. Q-buff is now down and burned. Both teams have burned all their E-buff. Murdios has already burned theirs, it looks like. So Divios is not going to be holding W too much here. Holding out for now. Playing behind the walls. Still C-swapping. Holding that frontal guard and SA. Flannels going for the long range CC as he can. Mac drops the DOD. Doesn't manage to hit anything. Holding out for now. Divios now getting a little feisty right there. Flannels still holding for now. Has Fury out if he wants to pop it. No DOD pressure just yet. Giant Leap comes out. Divios trying to pressure him out a little bit. It's going to be going for the slow. Gets a slow on to Divios. Divios now a little slow. Is going to be backing up. Mac in the middle of the two players right there. Trying to buy time as he can for Divios to get out of that slow and come in and pressure. Flannels over the backside. Gets a CC on a Mac. Mac's dead. Divios gets a CC on a Quicks. Is going to go for the secondary grab here. Tosses the grab over to Flannels. Flannels doesn't care. Is going to try and go for a kill here on a Quicks. Quicks gets there just in time. And now in a 1v2 scenario, Divios made a fatal mistake. Mac, a fatal part of his team right there, is now down and out. Flannels, an amazing 1v1 play. Got the CC on Divios or onto Max just himself. Divios tried to go for upcut right there. KD, arrow, Flannels to clean up the job. Secondary KD for the reset. And ha 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 ha. Not losing a single round so far. Now up 1-0 in the second set.
My God. First of all, Mac played that really, really well until the very end when he ended up going down. His peels on Divios were so clean. So clean. I liked the way Flannels...
GRJ got CC twice.
Yeah, Flannels landed that grab on Divios early, and then he's aware Mac's coming in. He tries to use Wailing to get that frontal guard off. He knows it's going to be kind of tough to actually deal significant damage. He goes for it. Immediately Mac gets that CC off, and then Flannels is forced to V, but then they separate. Flannels is so good. Like, when he's able to isolate and get Mac in a 1v1, traditionally that matchup, a lot of people favor Sork, but when Flannels is controlling the character, it's a whole different matchup entirely.
Yeah, and unfortunately, it didn't end up working out there. Over for Murdios' side. They ran to clean back it through early on, but so far, this is the first time they've gotten hard opposition, so maybe not a little ready for it, but I still do think they have a great chance of pulling it back. Next round is now ready. Divios, still a monster threat. How are they going to deal with it? Already you saw, I mean, he's still tanky. Even if they're getting the
He's
CCs,
super tanky.
He's still super tanky, and Mac is still there to follow him up, so it's only going to get harder, especially as the long gets in next set, but They still need to try and win this set out. Again, Divios over on the opposite side has no E buff, so content with playing a little more forward here. No Q buff available. This is the one downside of Ranger. Ranger doesn't really have an E buff to pop. Mac, it looks like he might have popped his E buff here, so Mac is going to go for the CC.
KD.
Spiral Cannon comes in, KD out. Quickstar is just going to get up just in time. Immediately goes for the grab right there. Unfortunately, doesn't manage to hit it. Meanwhile, on the backside, Flannels gets the CD over on a Mac. It's going to try and follow it up and get the secondary. Doesn't manage to hit it. Zones out just for now. Divios trying to put some hard pressure. Still not an E buff. Flannels doing a great job of staying alive so far. Divios not sure. He doesn't know how to catch him, it looks like. Spiral Cannon, though, you can't catch him with that. Secondary CC is going to come out. They're going to just kill him without giving a secondary CC option. Quickstar ended up dying in the first set right there, and as a result, that is what I'm talking about. He is still a threat. Quickstar got caught off guard by Divios with that Spiral Cannon. So good at landing those last ticks of it, and as a result, they end up winning the second round right there.
I was going to say, every time they're moving around, every time they're in that neutral game, just kind of waiting to see and react, that Spiral Cannon, he has landed so many KDs with that. You see every striker uses it. Every striker uses Spiral Cannon. It's super predictable. One of the things Divios, I notice he's doing a lot, is he dashes towards one opponent, turns around, uses Spiral quickly just as you try to gap close, thinking that that person's going to be in trouble, and then they get CC, and these people keep getting caught off guard. Divios with that surprise Spiral is actually kind of
so many ticks on it, you need to be careful when I say there. So unfortunately, got caught off guard as a result. We now have our third set ready. Let's get straight into it. Who is going to be winning the second set? Third round right here. Quickstar has E-buff available at the same time. Murdios has both their E-buffs up. They're going to be popping their E-buff and try and ape down. Here. It looks like they want to go for Mac first. Davios has popped his E-buff now. Is slowed, unfortunately, so he's going to get zoned out a little bit, but he's just going to be running forward with that SA. There's the first grab. Max has his E-buff off. He's going to pop Caution. Quickstar needs to be careful. Actually zones him out of the Caution with a great kill so far. It's 15 seconds left until their E-buffs are, sorry, another 20 seconds left. Quickstar's going to be on the opposite side. Davios in the middle right there. Then he's going to try and go for a CC and peel off of him. Fury arrow over on the backside. Looks like Davios chased him down. There's the first grab. CC comes in. Flannel's going to play in the middle right there, try and pressure him out. Divios is chasing it out. Quicks is going to go back to his team right here. Gets caught out on the first CC. Divios, unfortunately, is on the low ground. There's the KD right there. Unfortunately, a terrible position. It looks like Flannel's got caught on the backside as well. Now Flannel's in a 1v2. Ranger, he might be good at 1v1ing. This is an insanely hard 1v2 class. You have to get a CC on a box. There's the first CC. Went for the KD arrow. Got caught out of it. And the sniff, you already saw it. Quickstar got caught by the sniff there. This team's so good at sniffing out their opponents when they're caught on it. There it is. Murdios end up taking the second set as a result. Quickstar, fatal mistake. Divios with a great follow-up on the Quickstar right there. I mean, what's going to happen here?
Well, so one of the things that I want to talk about in that previous match is the teamwork. Divios and Mac play together so well. Like, you can tell that they're practiced. You can tell they've been friends for a long time. When Quickstar comes out of that V, like, most players probably going to throw Dream of Doom, probably going to throw Grim Reaper. He goes for the stiff, refloat, gives Divios time to just walk up and grab, so Masilas can just go straight into that Carson's Nightmare and not get peeled for. That was actually a really, I mean, it seems like really easy, like, well, you just V-sniffed and you win. But no, Quickstar still had full health. He V'd really early.
Carson's is the big combo follow-up for that Divios grab because it's such a long grab animation, and the Zerker's stuck in it, and unfortunately, Finals can't do anything to CC the striker when he's holding still.
It's tough. So he did like the perfect combo to get like an extended. In this next match, though, I don't know. Who do we have banned here now? You have to deal with the Nova, and we still haven't seen anyone deal with the Nova properly.
We already know who's going to come in here. So it's going to be Nova and Finals. Against on the opposite side, you're going to have Divios and Vert on the lawn. So not sure what's going to happen here, but we'll have to see. Round is ready. Let's get it started.
Nice little 5v2. Those pawns.
Those pawns are going to be a super big threat here, but Divios is going to have that E-buff to just walk at Reezy and grab him and stay in full SA during it. Round keeps running off here. All right. So far, starting up Divios over on the opposite side. Lon E-buff is going to be coming out striker, and now E-buff fully popped. They're going to be holding W right here. Now he's going to get pressured out on the opposite side, leaving his teammate alone. Reason a little bit of a bad spot here. He's going to get instantly KD'd. He's going to end up dying. No! Secondary down smash came in just in time and gave him time to survive. He's going to be trying to stall out here. Gets a first CC on the Divios. Great opportunity right there off the Breezy. Going to go for the secondary combo extension. Went for Vert instead of Reezy right there. Or sorry, instead of Divios right there. And as a result, Reezy.
Reezy's down.
Oh my god. Reezy came in on the last second. Vert chased him down, got the grab off. Unfortunately, the pawns are not going to manage to save him there. Divios stacked on top of him, immediately burned out. Flannel's now around the corner. He's going to be coming out of the V immediately right there. Damage is coming in. Flannel's going to end up dying. Yep, there it is. And as a result, Murdios end up winning the first round 1-0.
Wow.
I'm getting Dude, I'm mixing up a little bit here. We're getting later in these sets.
This is getting a little bit crazy. So now, obviously, anything could happen in the next round.
Yep.
But in that round, it's like, oh, okay, I know how to deal with Nova. You got to have Divios on your team. The thing is Striker has a fully protected combo, so they're one of the few classes that can get the grab off. They have the little bit of the gap at the end of Spiral during the core, but the rest of that combo is relatively safe. So they're one of the few classes that you just need Vert to throw something in there to make sure to secure the kill. 2 CCs, I mean, Vert landed the initial grab, but then when they came out, Reezy's dealing with Divios at the bottom, and Divios gets a grab off, and he's able to take him out. So here we go.
Next round now ready. Let's get it started and going. Who is going to be winning the third set? Murdios in a prime position to win this out. Flannel is going for a bit of a cheese play. Eva went for a KD arrow down mid, but no, you're not going to be catching him off guard just that easy. These are experienced players. Davis over the side is going to try and go for a catch on to Reezy. Reezy looks like a prime target here for both these teams. Vertex, meanwhile, on the backside is going to go around the corner. Great peel from Flannels. Gets a CC on the Vert as he grabs Reezy. Amazing timing from Flannels and the awareness. They're going to be going for the V-sniff right here. Catching Vert to the side. Reezy's going to get the catch on him, burning him down on the ground. Unfortunately, did not manage to kill him right there. Davis going to go aggressive, try to get the grab on Reezy. Reezy's going to get the first grab on him. Secondary CC comes out. No, didn't manage to hit it. Davis still has the grab available. Vert's going to be coming in now to try and peel for his teammate, putting aggressive pressure. Davis zoned out a little bit. Flannels on the ground. It's going to be KD'd right here, not able to V. Comes out just in time. The Gargoyle coming in and killing Vert off the side right there, and even CCing Divios. An amazing play. KD comes in. Secondary CC extension. Oh my god. Wow. That was insane, and the round is now tied up 1-1.
Every time I see that Gargoyle, I'm either like, okay, he's blocking it or he died.
Wow. That Gargoyle last second save was crazy.
Yeah, that peel was incredibly good. Yeah, their team was in trouble a couple times there, but the peels were very, very good. And then as you saw at the end there, obviously Divios is incredibly tanky. But when Flannels has full reign to do his full combo, he's going to get a lot of damage off, and then a little bit of the pet damage thrown in there, and Divios is down. So we are tied up 1-1. I want this to go to the 1v1s no matter what. So I'm rooting Divios on this one.
You root Divios?
Yeah, I want to go to the 1v1 so badly for this match.
Well, I mean, this is going to go 1v1s no matter what, because they are tied 1-1.
Oh, right, they are tied 1-1.
So unless you want to go to 3v3s, but we'll have to see. Regardless, this next set, who is going to be taking the third set right here and making it 2-1. Round is ready. Final match point here for this round. Starting up Murdios first. Ha ha ha. Neither team has ebuffs available except Reezy here. So, an interesting one. This is a prime opportunity for Murdios to try and play back and get some time off. Ha ha ha. If they want to take aggression here, this is going to be their best opportunity as, well, if they take aggressive pressure, no ebuffs available, what are they going to do? But Vert here actually gets his ebuff just in time. Immediately pops it. Divius went super aggressive, went for a grab opportunity. Unfortunately, got caught out himself. Vert's going to back up off the end of it. Divius gets up off his grab. Obviously, he's going to be super tanky. Try to go for a CC right there. Spiral Cannon came out. No connection. And now Flannel's going to be holding the backside. Trying to go for a KD arrow. Reezy in the middle right there. Gets grabbed himself. Gets KD ticked. Unfortunately, got the V off just in time. No KD came out just on the end there. And as a result, Murdios, no connection. Flannel's going to come in and try and peel. Divius just going to pop the Spiral on top of Reezy. Reezy ends up dropping, and now Flannels in a 1v2 scenario against all odds is going to have to try and do his best here. Versus on the opposite side. He's going to get his regen up. Flannels trying to go for a grab opportunity when he can. Needs to be careful. Spiral ticks CC. ES goes out. Going to try and go for the stiff right there. Doesn't manage to hit it, unfortunately. Pushing forward. Breezy didn't manage to get the connection right there. So first KD arrow comes in. Vert's going to be trying to peel right here. Pushing forward right here. Secondary KD comes in now. Looking for Vert. Unfortunately, didn't manage to get it. Can't go for a down smash extension over onto Divios now. Needs to be careful. Twisted collision. Landing on the ground. Going for the KD arrow. Gets it first to see on the Vert. No, didn't manage to get it right there. Vert is still in that SA. Needs to be careful. Clones doing a little bit of damage, but their KD arrow comes out. Trying to put some forward pressure. Looking for Vert right here. Wolf's Frenzy. Needs to be careful. Breezy Blade comes in. ES first CC. KD arrow. Unfortunately, a little too late. Goes straight into the Spiral Cannon. Backing up. Holding off right here. Going for the Mass Destruction right there. Doesn't manage to hit it. Grab. Misses right there. Unfortunately, Spiral Cannon comes out. Goes for Vert. Gets the grab off. There's the first V. Now looking for Divios right here. Trying to go for the CC. Oh my god. Flannels. Are you actually going to pull this off? 1 minute, 20 seconds left on the clock. He's sniffing the V. Went for the KD. Unfortunately, didn't manage to hit it. So looking around the corner. Going for the Breezy Blade. Trying to pressure him out right here. Going to look for the KD arrow when he can. Fury arrow comes out. Trying to go for the damage. Don't manage to hit it. KD arrow once again. Vert backs up a little bit. Goes to go for the grab. Breezy unfortunately didn't manage to hit it. Divius around the backside. Vert backs up. Phantom Dance unfortunately couldn't get the grab off. Backing up a little bit right here. Looks for the regen on the black side. Spiral Cannon comes in. Gets grabbed. Oh my god. Straight in the combo. Oh my god. Vert's on the ground. And now it's a 1v1. Flannels is going for the stiff around the corner. Doesn't manage to hit Divios. Flannels, what are you about to pull off? A 1v1 scenario. Divios. Flannels, against all odds, is about to put his team up 2-1 against Murdios. Holding off. Furio. Devios, waiting for his opportunity. Pushing forward now. Might have an E-buff available. Furio comes in, trying to go for the CC ticks. Going forward, doesn't go for the grab. Baits it out. EES, twisted collision on the backside, riding the wind. Pushing forward a little bit. Mouse moves it. Holding back now, chasing back a little bit. Gonna go for the KD arrow from the long range. Shotgun, chipping him down slowly. 15 seconds left on the clock. Breezy blade forward, goes with the stun. Doesn't manage to hit it. Misses grab. EES, secondary. Unfortunately, a little too late. Backing up 10 seconds on the clock here. Needs to be careful of the damage. Both players burning down a little bit. Goes for the Echo Rift. Unfortunately, doesn't manage to hit it. Gets the frontal guard. Damage is too much. And as a result of the close, Divio ends up winning. Flannels couldn't clutch it out. Oh my god. That was insane. Flannels.
Dude, I was nervous.
If any person has doubts that this man is the best ranger on the planet, you are tripping, man.
No,
he almost pulled it out.
He's insane.
Almost pulled it out.
Vert made... Now, granted, Flannels played insane, obviously. And you could tell Flannels knew exactly what he was capable of and what he was not capable of. When he CC'd Divios, he goes for the re-CC, knowing Vert's kind of far away. He doesn't try to kill him. He doesn't try to take him out because he knows he's not going to have enough damage, and Vert's going to be able to peel easily. But in that second match, in the second time he gets the CC off on Divios, now Vert has to peel because Divios is a lot lower HP. Vert instead peels for him, but goes right in front of where the re-CC is going to be, and also gets CC'd, which is like, it's rough. You kind of have to position on their back. You want to be on opposite sides of the Ranger. Most of their damage, most of their CCs are frontal. Unfortunately doesn't, but Divios plays it really well at the end, because in that 1v1, I mean, a lot of strikers actually struggle in that matchup, regardless of how people feel about that matchup. When you're against Flannels,
timers did make
a difference. And another thing too is Divios has to worry about if we're playing for timers, we only have 20 seconds left, he can chip me from far. I have to gap close, eat some damage, risk getting CC'd, and still do enough damage to you. And Flannels just doesn't get CC'd. So like, he is so slippery. That was amazing to watch. I love watching Divios Flannels. Oh my god. All right.
Okay, let's take a quick look at the team versus team screen real quick, just to understand who is going to be the rundown for these 1v1s. So we are now going to the 1v1 for the 4 set. Murdios is up 2-1 here against Team Ha 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 Ha. They're going to be picking a player from each side as to who is going to be winning. Starting is going to be Divios and Quicksor. These are going to be the 2 starting players on each side. So Zerker versus Striker here. What do you think of this matchup?
I love this matchup. I love watching this matchup. I don't even know, because it depends so much on the player. I know a lot of strikers struggle with this matchup. I know a lot of Zerkers struggles with this matchup. Yeah. So again, this is one of those matchups that regardless of how you feel about the balance of it, it's at least close enough that both of these players have a really good chance of winning. Divios is nuts. One of the things about Divios, I don't know Quicksor as well as you do. Divios is one of those people that he just doesn't really get nervous. So he's going to play his game. He's not going to jump a shame. He's not going to make a weird mistake or do something silly. He's going to play really solid. So Quicksor, it's up to Quicksor to not make any mistakes.
I honestly think that Quicksor, he might struggle a little bit here. He does have Q buff. You can still use your buffs here. But if Divios pops his E buff and just starts walking at him, he has to get a grab off. And if he gets iframe, he's in a rough spot. So we'll have to see what he does here. Regardless, do we have the round ready? Round is ready, so we're going to be heading straight into the match. Divios against Quicksor, who will be winning?
1v1s.
This is potentially the final set. 1v1s are starting off. Divios already, it's going to be moving forward here, holding up, puts a weapon away so he can get a little more forward. Quicksor holding on the opposite side, try to go for the shooting ability. Connection right there, Divios, spiral cannon forward a little bit. Smash destruction right there, shooting ability again, giant loop secondary right there. Divios tries to go for the twisted collision, hoping his opponent going to go for a second giant leap there, chasing forward right now. Has popped his debuff, Wolf's Frenzy, gets a long range CC off the end of that. Grab comes in, he is going to have that E-buff damage, so now force the V. Quicksor, where is he going to end up Ving as Divios going to manage to get the sniff off on time. Gets the grab off on the other side. Wall might eat the damage here if he lives. No, the grab for the secondary connection. Quicksor dies on the ground, and Divios ends up winning the first round. That V-sniff so strong, but a great first connection. Quicksor caught off guard there a little bit.
That Wolf's Hunger, man.
That Wolf's Hunger.
That Wolf's Hunger, it's one of those things that, like, when you're a striker and you use it, you're like, I always get CC'd out of it. But when you're against it, you're like, dude, how the heck am I supposed to deal with this? You just teleport to me and I'm stunned. He was so far away. Like, from Quicksor's point of view, he probably felt like, Yeah, I'm all right. The striker has the gap close on me. But no, he just gets that stun off from super far away.
Unfortunately, obviously, the V-Sniff did come in, so he didn't have another chance to try and run it back after that first GCC. But Divios, I mean, you still have to be careful. At the end of the day, Quickstar, if you're not paying attention to your opponent and get caught off guard like that, that is unfortunately your own mistake. But as a result, Divios is going to be walking away with that first round win, and we now have the second round ready. Ha, 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 on the back foot. Murdios popping off so far. I mean, they're in a great spot right here. Divios, no pressure so far, but this is now Flannels.
Rematch.
He did win the previous round, though, so Divios coming into this probably is definitely more confident. Flannels might be a little nervous after you lost the first round. Holding off for now. On the back foot, tries to go for the long-range KD arrow. There's going to be a lot more of a slower-paced match. Divios isn't going to have his E-buff here, at least not in the early starting rounds, I don't believe so. Holding off for now. Goes for it.
Playing slow. Flannel's practicing his mouse movement.
VSR Regen just going to hold it off for now. That is 10%. Waiting right here. Tries to go for the long-range stun. Doesn't manage to hit it. Waiting off. Divios just SA lingering for now. Mass. Wolf's going to back up. Scared of that Flannel's range grab. It's not a range grab, but with the way he used it, it almost seems like a range grab. It's scary. It like feels like a range grab just because he's so good at like pressuring you into it.
He doesn't miss his grabs very often. He uses it when he knows it's possible.
Playing smart so far. There's the E-buff now. He can go aggressive. Mass. EES is going to play it to counter it. Backing up now. Breezy immediately backs up. Divios trying to go for the grab right there. Out of the sprint forward. SA into the grab. Wolf trying Frenzy. Tries to go for the stun right there. Doesn't manage to hit it. Stalking on the backside. Gets the stun. Oh, wasn't an SA linger, so it's not going to manage to hit it. Specific collision off the high ground. Backing up right here. Breezy Blade comes in. Secondary right there. Regen. Holding back right now. Sorry, not Regen. Once again, tries to go for the long range bow stun, doesn't manage to hit it. Walking forward right here, Divios try to go for the grab. Great iframe from Flannels to counter and read that movement right there. Now Divios with no E-buff available is not going to have that SA pressure that he did before, and Flannels in a much better spot. But timers are running low here, and we saw Divios is in a better position with these timers. Walking forward right here, try to go for the spiral cannon. No damage connection right there. Gets KB. No, unfortunately, no KB connection. Tries to go into the TP again. Doesn't manage to hit it. EES. There's the combo extension off the first time. That's the secondary KD, and Flannels. You sniff my teammate, I'ma sniff you back. No! Flannels doesn't manage to get the sniff around the corner. No!
Oh, he gets the KD!
KD arrow, secondary damage. Regen for the follow-up, and Flannels ends up winning the second round of our 1v1 snets. Wow, great connection right there.
Gets his revenge.
And now we're tied 1-1. One player has been eliminated from each team. Quickstar and Divios are now out. So who are they going to pick from the opposite side? Murdios either are going to be picking Vert or Messias to throw up here. What do you think's gonna happen?
I'm thinking you put the Sork in there. I think that's the best matchup in this situation. I think you need to save that lawn for the Nova. Unfortunately, in my mind, their way of beating that Nova just kind of lost his match. So it's a lot more difficult to beat the Nova on a lawn and a Sork than it is on a striker because of that protected damage. Yeah. So in my mind, you want to get Mac out there so that way at least you have two chances against the Nova in the end.
Fair enough.
What about you?
I'm not too sure.
Yeah.
I mean, at the end of the day, I think in both these scenarios, both players are afraid to fight Flannels. Flannels is their highest threat 1v1 because, I mean, you do have the Nova left. But, I mean, Reezy, he's a godlike winner on Kuno, not Nova.
He was his winner.
Flannels is the one threat here that, like, no matter what, we need to run someone into him that we can at least win or maybe try and fatigue him even. I do think that Sork is going to be the best bet. The long can still kind of get grabbed. After they burn their grab pressure, they're just going to back up. But we'll have to see what happens. Regardless, round is ready. Who are they going to pick to be fighting Flannels first? Now, round is starting up, and it looks like they're going to be going with Mac. Same thought process as us. Sork is going to be the first one. Already over in the close range. ES comes out. Needs to be careful. The secondary ES connection. No. Went for the bow CC right there. Couldn't get the KD, unfortunately. Max going to be holding over on the backside here. If he goes for a GRJ, he still can't get CC. Well, I'm curious to see what Bond has running. Flannels obviously running that Bond Breezy. Over on the backside, goes for the Carson. Flannels needs to be careful not to go for a grab right here. Yep. Pressured him out with the grab, but hard committing right there. Can't get counter TBS. Leaning back for now. Long range bow CC. Couldn't get it. Mac now pushing forward. But Flannels a little bit of a wall here. Blaze comes out, tries to go for the CE. EES, Canadian to the right of the wind. Goes back up, goes for the C-swap. Over on the backside now, falling back. Max still just waiting, content with playing slow against Flannels as he understands he's going to have a tough time CCing him. Regen comes out, frontal guard, tries to go for the bow KD. Doesn't manage to hit it. Pushing forward right here. In the middle. Bill KD comes in one more time. Furio, no, looking for regen. In the phone guard right there. Mac looking forward pressure. Both these players are now at 80% HP timers. Mac did already burn his Evo, trying to go for a damage opportunity. Unfortunately, he's not going to have it anymore. He'll try and chip out Finals in the last round. In the last minute. Waiting back for now. Finals in the middle. Mac still just holding the C-swap now. Finals doesn't really have a way of getting behind the C-swap or his frontal guard really fast, so he doesn't really have to worry about it and can linger it. He's going to hold Fury Arrow, and now Max waiting on the backside. Flannels can get blitzed with a fast DOD, so he needs to be careful. And canceling out a Fury Arrow is a little tough. That's actually fake Fury Arrow. He's not, so he's still holding real Fury. Regen comes out. Waiting back for now. Breezy. Backs up. Calamity. Backs up again. C-swap comes in. Goes to the bow. KD doesn't manage to hit it. Blaze comes out. 1 minute left on the timers. Timers are running down right here. Tries to go for the KB. Doesn't manage to hit it. Finals going to the iframe. Try to go for a grab opportunity. Doesn't manage to find one, so he doesn't burn it. Pushing forward now. Aggressive pressure. Breezy. Secondary. Gonna follow up with the wins. Going back for now. C-swap. Both players now at 50% HP timers. Keep in mind, both these players still do have the Vs. Waiting back for now. Tries to go for the long range bow stun. Doesn't manage to hit it. Pushing forward. Both players taking a little bit of damage. Mac took a lot of damage there, actually. EES comes out. 45 seconds left on the clock. Holding back. Tries to go for the long range bow stun. Doesn't actually hit it. Mac holding back for now. Frontal guard. Forward pressure where he can. Slowly closing the gap, and we are now going down to our 30-second timers, Frosty.
I feel like I'm watching you and Lemuria play chess again.
Yeah, we play chess in the office. All right. Holding here for now. 20 seconds left on the clock, and we're going down to our final timers here in a second. Pushing forward. Mac's going to try and put some forward pressure. 15 seconds left on the clock here. Walking forward a little bit. Frontal guard comes out. Finals keeps backing up a little bit. Breezy is going to be trying to kite away and put some back pressure. Still has his V if he wants to go for it. Bloody Calamity. Needs to be careful of the damage. Down to 50% HP. 5 seconds left on the clock. Mac's going to look for a DOD. A little too far away. This might end up in a draw. Fran's going to go for a long last second shot. Unfortunately, doesn't manage to hit it. And it ends up in a tie. That is now a draw. So I believe, is that a reset or are both players eliminated? They have another round. So both players are going to be playing another round. It is now once again going to be Flannels versus Mac. Anything you'd like to see different?
I mean, the thing is like, no matter what advice I give them, neither of them just died to the very solid player that they were playing against. So I'm a little hard pressed to give either of them advice because that matchup is very difficult.
Yep.
And while on one side you could be like, dude, Sork is super favored in that matchup, and against every other Ranger in the world, it is a very difficult matchup. But you can feel the tension every time Mac goes in, that the thing that he's thinking about is getting out immediately, because if he stays in too long, he's going to get grabbed. If he tries to use engulfing in his face, Flannels is good enough to react to that instantly and grab you. So he's not going to be able to use Karshans up close. He's not going to be able to Grim Soul Reaper, which you see a lot of Sorks do. You didn't see that one time this match. You can't Grim Soul Reaper against Flannels.
No.
So I don't know what they do differently. I think they have to play patient again and just see if one of them lands a CC this time.
Well, we'll have to see what ends up happening. Do we have the next round ready?
You think they got to change it up? You think their style's got to change a little bit?
I'm not too sure. All I know is I've drank 5 bottles of water and I really need to go.
That graveyard's
so I'm hoping
big.
you guys hurry this.
That graveyard's getting big.
I mean, at the end of the day, I think that they both are playing this fine, and I think they need to just do the same thing because regardless, no matter what happens, as long as they keep playing this the way they are, neither player is making a mistake. You're just waiting for your opponent to make a mistake. It's kind of like chess. You could go for an aggressive opportunity. You can maybe sacrifice an opportunity and go for a riskier play and try and open up another chance for yourself. But if your opponent takes it and punishes you, as a result, you might just end up getting completely rolled over and you're in a disadvantaged state now.
Yeah.
So we'll have to see what ends up happening. I think that, I mean, we're still waiting for the matches to start, but
I like the chess reference. I don't play chess personally. I think the game is completely imbalanced. I prefer a game like BDO, where they have a dev team working on it all hours of the day. But if I did play chess, I would fully understand that reference.
Round is now ready. All right, round is now ready. How the fuck no other player is going to play you, man? Let's get straight into it. Who is going to be winning Flannels versus Missilis, the next run back? Alrighty, round has started up once again. This is going to be another run back right here. Flannels versus Mac. Long range both sides. Going to try and go for Furio. Mac understanding that is punishable. Going to try and go for some forward aggression and get Flannels out of it. Holding back right here. Iframe straight into the ES. Lingering, waiting for now. Tries to go for the long range bow stun. Doesn't manage to get it. Waiting back. Max can go in now. Flannels backs up. Tries to pop Breezy. Try to go for a CC. Couldn't manage to hit it. Blaze, long range bow set. There's going to be a final guard, so no connection. Backing up here right now. Blades try to get the look at the blitz there from behind on the Flannels. Flannels still paying attention though. I'm saying those blades are still in play, so Mac not going to manage to catch him. And obviously Mac with no grab available. He's going to have a tough time pressuring Flannels out of this S6. It's nice damage. Oh no! There's a CC. Looks like Flannels got a little aggro with the bow stun. Sniff comes out. Is going to have to try and get away from Mac here. No! Mac is too slow. Okay, so we have another round back here. I thought that was over. No. Mac, after getting the first CC on the Flannels there, Flannels comes out of the V just in time, drops a GRJ, instantly cancels it. Flannels almost got the grab off there just in time, but Mac was super fast in the cancel. Backs up, tosses the DOD. Long range, didn't manage to get it. Now we are at 2-minute timers, and Flannels has no V, but Missile still has his. Pushing forward right here, tries to go for a CC opportunity. Flannels just holding the SA Linger for now still again. Breezy can back up, tosses the long range bow stun, doesn't manage to hit it unfortunately. Mac still holding back. Flannels not sure if he wants to try and pop it, but nope. He's close again, so he's not going to give him an opportunity. Backing up here a little bit, tries to go for long range KD. Doesn't actually hit. Mac pushing forward the front guards here a little bit slowly. DOD comes out. He's going for the damage opportunity where he can. Flannels holding forward right here. ES goes to the bow range. KD again, straight into Z-swap, holding that frontal guard. KB comes out. Unfortunately, no connection from those blades, even though they are so tricky to kind of dodge away. Doesn't manage to hit it. GRJ comes out. Doesn't manage to hit anything. Soul Reaper, secondary follow-up. Flannels tries to get close, pressures out Mac. No connection. Damage comes out. Needs to be a little careful. Mac dropping that Bloody Calamity straight on top of him right there. Now waiting. Pushing forward right here. Flannels putting some aggressive pressure. Mac's up a little bit. Tries to go for the bow KD. Doesn't manage to hit it. Mac C-swapping, holding right here with the Q block. Flannels once again getting close. 50% HP timers are in play. Damage. We might see another draw if neither player loses a tick of HP. Flannels is lower here. I'm not sure if he has bleed add-ons, which could be pretty big here in these final seconds. Waiting for now. Q block. DOD tries to go for the long range toss, doesn't manage to hit it. Pushing forward, Stinger, flow, Fury, doesn't manage to get the CC through the Fury area right there. There's a KD! Oh! He might manage to kill him before he gets off for the KD, and he does no! Barely trying to go for the cheese play so he can't V, and unfortunately Flannels might die to the SA right here. Goes into the Nightmare, secondary follow-up right there, tries to go for the engulfing, no, doesn't manage to hit it, and now with 20 seconds left, both players are going to be trying to heal up before he can. Flannels getting as much kite away as he can, pops his E-buff, is going to try and go for a runaway play where he can. DOD backs up right here, has long range pressure if he wants to go for it. Mac's trying to get close. Flannel understands Flannel says no. And now Mac trying to put some forward damage pressure. 2 seconds left on the clock. Final damage take. Flannel's gonna hit time, and Messilas ends up winning by 1% HP. Flannel tried to kite away, couldn't get it, and oh my god, we are now going to the final round. Reezy against Messilas.
I know a lot of people are gonna look at that like a mistake. But for how long that match was going, if Flannels goes for the re-CC, which would guarantee a combo, Mac gets his V. Mac's not dumb. He's going to V immediately. He knows exactly what he's doing. Flannels going for that was 100% worth the risk because it was so... What was he at, like 3%, 4% at the end there? He was so low. And then Mac gets a bunch of damage off right when he gets up, bringing Flannels just a little bit too low, and then it goes down to the wire.
It's unfortunate because, I mean, technically he could have got the V there, and he can play for the V sniff, but it's always, you know, technically a risk going for the V sniff because certain classes are better at V sniffing than others just because, oh, they have a better CC coming out of the corner like a grab or something. Flannels, obviously, I mean, he could have gone for the safer play, tried to go for the V sniff, but unfortunately went for the riskier one, and it didn't end up paying off. I still don't think it was a mistake. Still played super well. But Messilas, wow, amazing plays right there. Got the last damage right there. Understood he was in the lead with the HP there. Didn't go for the hard pressure, just trying to push him away a little bit, and as a result, ends up winning.
Yeah, the other thing too is Mac's E was still up. He still had his E buff for a little bit of time after that, which might have been the reason why Flannels took so much damage in that small moment where they kind of traded for a second too. And
Reezy is now the last gate between the Murdios winning first place in this tournament, or we go to a final 3v3.
So I now you said Flannels is insane 1v1, and he 100% is. That is arguably their weakest matchup, and he just made like Mac has never had to work that hard against a Ranger in 1v1. But for me, I still think it's an incredible challenge to fight against a Nova, especially one that's being piloted by Reezy. Now, obviously, Reezy is super good at Kuno, really good at Kuno, but Reezy's been playing Awaken Nova for a long time. He knows how the pre-Awaken kit works. Reezy is not good at Kuno because Kuno is good. Reezy is good at Kuno because Reezy is good at playing this game. Reezy understands matchups. He understands how to play, which is multiple times in this tournament, his grabs were insane. And one of the grabs, even though he missed it, I'm not sure if it was resist or what, but you see Divios is coming from his backside, uses spiral, and he literally turns his camera to try to throw the grab on the end of that spiral and just barely misses it. And that's the kind of stuff Reezy does. Puts a ton of pressure on you from that. Plus, you're just going to be getting hit by the pawns.
Yep.
I forget the name, if it's Cordum opening or one of the skills where you send the 2 pawns. Not the float one, but the other one where they go to attack and they just do a stiff attempt. That's a forward guard super armor that has a range stiffen. When you're a Sork or a Lawn, that's not fun to play against.
I actually think that this is probably a super Suck Nova favorite.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure this is super Suck Nova favorite.
This first match, or you think both?
This first one.
Okay.
This first one. Vert, I have no idea.
Vert,
but Messilas is going to have a really tough time.
This is going to be hard.
I think this might even go down to timers.
Just landing a CC, I mean, the last couple times I knew a Sork fighting against a Suck Nova out in open world, they asked me to bring my Kuno to help. So.
Real quick, do we have the match ready yet? Okay. I might have to go to the bathroom real quick. Just real quick, guys. Frosty, could you take over?
I will take over. I will do my best to take over. We'll kill some time.
Frosty. I'll be right back, guys.
Yeah. We could talk about the skill cap of Suck Nova. All right, so chat. Suck Nova versus Sork. Let's just focus on that match first. Messilas versus Reezy. Chat, I'm looking at you. Who wins this? Messilas versus Reezy. Who wins this? Chat, let us know. Oh no, that's I don't want to get copy struck. Can't do that music. Nova. You like that essay block? This is why, maybe one day they'll give Sork that that range grab that Corsair has, and then they'll be able to kill these Novas. The problem is, the other problem that at least I see is, even when you land a CC as Messilas, your Sork combos aren't super protected. Grim Reaper, Soul Reaper does a lot of damage, but until they're down to the 50% marker, it's not enough damage to just completely delete a Nova. So when it comes down to it, I think that matchup is incredibly difficult for Sork. However, afterwards, if Mac does lose this, it's gonna be Reezy versus Vert, and then chat your thoughts on that. Reezy versus Vert. This is going to be Awakened Lawn versus Succession Nova. If it does come down to that final match and it's Reezy versus Vert, who do you guys say win that? Lawn is very good at 1v1. Lawn's grab is insane. The thing is about it, at least for me, is Lawn still has the pressure of trying to do a combo that's fully protected. They have forward guard in their combo. They potentially have super armor as well. But the forward guard poses a risk for them because the pawns are just going to be hitting and hitting and hitting and hitting. So, see, most of you guys saying, let's see, Vert, Lawn, Nova, Suck Nova. Lawn is good, but okay. Nova, that's easy. Vert dies in one hit. Okay, I don't think Vert dies in one hit. Lawn, yeah, this matchup is... Lawn's very good at 1v1. Vert's been playing Lawn for a while now. Like he mained Hash for a long time. Before that, he mained Maywa for a long time. I mean, Vert's been here before in other tournaments. Vert's been here before as well in the previous tournament. So, I don't know. He has a lot of experience. You never know. But the thing is Mac could also play for time. Armin was saying earlier that since obviously it's going to be difficult for Sork to kind of catch the Nova, he can play for time and try to play life. The only thing is it's just when he's throwing out that damage, I still think that Nova is putting a bunch of damage on the Sork as well. So, all right, let's have a look at the brackets here so we could see who won before, who didn't win. Murdios and are currently in a match point potentially. It's going to be Mac against Reezy in this next match. Murdios defeating Dark Fades earlier. Notorious Pancake Family getting swept by and then in the third, fourth place match, Dark Fades. Actually, I think Dark Fades takes it at the very end. It was like that last second switch. Dark Fades takes it at the end. So congratulations to them. This last match is huge because there's laptops on the line. Alienware, laptops on the line. Also pearls or cronstones, however you want to look at those. So Don't forget, tomorrow we do have the EU tournament as well. Tomorrow that's going to be happening at 5 p.m. CEST. We are giving away a coupon code a little bit later once the tournament comes to a conclusion. Coupon code with some cool stuff to give away. We're just waiting for Armin to get back here. He has to go to the building next door. He has to run a very, very far distance. But Armin's been powering through. No breaks. No breaks. We had the short break. Here were the scheduled breaks. 5 minutes, 5 minutes, 5 minutes, 20, and we got 110. It's not bad. So Armin's just getting ready here, and we're going to get started very soon here. Is the match already ready? All right. We're going to show the team versus team composition real quick so you guys can see who is left. All right. So Quicksore is eliminated. Flannels is eliminated. We are left with Masilis, Sorceress, and Vert on Murdios' side against Reezy, the surprise entry with his Succession Nova. Last week in the tournament, he was playing Awaken Nova. Kind of came into it today with feeling that Suck Nova is incredibly strong. Although Awaken Nova is also incredibly strong. And it's been paying off. Reezy's been popping off, and I'm really excited to see what Mac does. Maybe Mac kind of teaches us all something here and figures out how to beat a Suck Nova. But if not, it's all up to Vert. Just waiting for Armin to get back here.
Yes, I'm here.
All right, Armin is back. Armin,
Jesus,
I wanted to ask you,
what happened?
how do you feel? Welcome back. How do you feel about Vert being the last pick on the team? Like, what do you think the strategy is behind
He's
that?
an anchor.
Picking behind that?
I mean, out of every class on their team, Vert is the best 1v1 class.
Yeah.
So you want to put your best 1v1 class as your anchor. And I think the strategy was actually the opposite for the other side, where it's kind of like, let's put our best 1v1 class on the team first, which is going to be Quicksore.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, that didn't really work out too well. And then you're going to put Flannels, and then finally you're going to put Suck Nova, which is arguably technically the worst 1v1 class, but it has that cheese factor, and that's kind of their anchor in that position. Regardless, I believe we do have the round ready. I am doing fine. Frosty finally carried the cast with me. Thank God. Thank you.
I did it.
He did it.
I tried.
Thank you. And now let's go straight into the match. Hope you guys are ready. Let's get it going. Our potential final match for Murdios to walk away with that laptop. Already starting up right here. Mac is going to have a hard time. Reezy's holding on the opposite side. He's going to go for the long range CC. Unfortunately, didn't manage to register connect on the Mac right here. Mac, I'm really not sure how he's going to connect a CC onto Reezy here. Reezy can technically just hold Q block the whole time and go for pawn CCs as he wants. But he is still trying to pressure Mac. You're doing a great job so far. Try to go for the long range CC. Oh my God, pawn came out there so fast. It needs to be careful. Long range gargoyle doesn't manage to hit any kind of connection there. Mac doing a great job staying alive so far. Long range pawn once again behind right there. Didn't manage to hit him through his frontal guard. Pops up again. Dude, that is some crazy pressure.
Oh
Mac is hurting so far.
Oh
and
my
there it is.
God.
The long range CC catch came in. No, that is the one downside of Nova. Unfortunately, you're not able to get secondary CCs as easily as other classes. So while you might have initial, your combos are a little worse on Succession Nova. Mac got up and got the CC, but that really doesn't mean much until he can actually get a combo off. He's going to struggle trying to CC Reezy, especially with those pawns in play, and the damage is even going to be worse since Reezy is so tanky, so that Mac will have to go for a combo extension, but it's going to be a little rough. Long range CC tries to go for it there, went for the CC, the float CC on the backside over onto Reezy behind his front guard, but couldn't manage to hit it. Holding back for now, try to go for the long range pawns. Once again, popping in. There's a Carson. He's going to try and counter to stay in that save, but he's going to take a lot of damage as a result. So far, dropping low. 1 minute, 30 seconds left on the clock. Try to go for a float right there. He didn't manage to hit it right, though. Reezy still holding back for now. Long range guard gold still holding back. Mac has the OG if he wants to try and trade it back a little bit, but still a little risky. Behind the pillar right here, you can cheese a shot through the pillar, and he does try to go for it. Unfortunately, Reezy's still just going to be in that Q block, slow walking forward. It's always funny to watch. Cole immediately charging around the corner, goes for the high frame connection, and actually got it! Actually got blitzed by a Nova, and around the corner, Reezy's going to try and V-sniff, but it's going to be a little hard on his class. Not the fastest class in the game, as I said. You know, while everyone can V-sniff and get those connections, most classes can do it pretty well, but Suck Nova is just one of those exceptions where it's just a little too hard. Long range stiff right here, or sorry, float right here. Doesn't manage to get behind the frontal guard, doesn't manage to get it. 15 seconds left. Holding back for now. Mac dropping low a little bit. Reezy And himself is actually a little low. He's only at 43% HP. Is not healing up as fast as I thought. Does Reezy have his pots enabled? I think he does.
One of the things is when they use their gargoyle skills, it actually takes HP away from them.
It does.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he is slowly losing HP, but the trade might not be worth it as we are now running down to timers. 30 seconds left on the clock. Is Matt going to cheese this against Reezy for the win based off him using his gargoyles too much? He might actually end up doing it. We'll have to see. Mac, if he actually plays for aggressive pressure here and keeps Reezy's HP low, he might end up winning, and this could potentially be it. 12 seconds left on the clock. 40% HP over on Reezy. Mac at 50% right here. Long range CC tries to go for it. Needs to heal up while he can. Nightmare comes out. Reezy, you might end up throwing if you toss a gargoyle. Back up to 50%. Double Nightmare. Reezy ended up tossing the gargoyles, and he ended up losing.
No!
Oh no!
Dude, did he know? Did he know? You said he started playing that class 2 days ago. Did he know?
No.
Was he aware?
I don't think he knew.
Dude, because you
Reezy
have to wait.
Reezy tossed Gargoyle in last second damage into Max Nightmare trying to get a final tick, and as a result lost HP and lost to timers. Masilis, congratulations on your win. Vert, Mac, and Murdios are going to be your grand finals champion for the summer 2021 season Tuvala Cup. Great showings from both teams, and both of us on the caster deck were wrong, and all of you players in chat who were right for the win. Congratulations, you guys guessed correctly. I feel like you guys should be up here. Wow, that is embarrassing.
That is crazy.
Sorry.
That is crazy.
I'm only saying that because Reezy's my friend.
I was watching.
That sucks.
I was watching the chat, glancing at the chat a little bit during that match because you're watching Mac try and get CCs. Yeah. Nothing. It's like buff Sork. Poor Novas, man. What are they supposed to do against Sorks in this matchup? Buff or suck Nova, you know what I mean?
Can catch the other. I mean, Reezy managed to catch Mac a few times, but he can't confirm the kill. Yeah. And then Mac tries to connect Reezy, but Reezy can't really do much. So it's gonna go down to timers, and it's just the question of, well, are you gonna mess up? So a little unfortunate, but once again, great showings from them. All three players did a ton of practice. Flannels, arguably, even throughout all of this, was the MVP of this match and the matches thereof, just with how well he played, I would say. So, personally, so I am going to give the MVP to them. Frosty, what's your opinion on that?
I'm giving MVP of the loser team to Flannels. On that other team, I have to give it to Mac. First of all, the entire tournament, Mac's like Divios is a beast, and it was close. But that entire tournament, Mac's peels were insane. He played composed. He doesn't make mistakes. And then in the hardest matchup that Sork possibly has against the Suck Nova, he pulls it out. And against Flannels, which again, I know that matchup is technically favored against Sork, but Flannels is such a monster that there's an added pressure there, and Mac just played really well. So
alrighty, that is going to be it, guys. Let's take one final look at those brackets and who were our winners for today. Actually, we're gonna go over prizes first. They're over to Murdios. Murdios are your first place winners, and will be walking and winning away. Every player will be winning an Alienware M15 Ryzen Edition R5 gaming laptop and their very own Alienware gaming mouse. Maybe Divios can finally get a streaming PC over on the side for himself, alongside 15k pearls and 20 golden Arsha coins. Congratulations to all of you. And as for the other side, second place, 10,000 pearls and 12 golden Arsha coins over to Team Great showing from them. Thank you to both these teams for participating, alongside our other two top placing teams, both Dark Fades and Notorious Pancake Family. Alongside Notorious Pancake Family is the third place winner. And thank you to all of you guys, and thank you to everyone who has participated over this past week in our matches and our tournament. Regardless of that said, once again, I am GM Armin, SoFrosty over here. Thank you for coming to the cast with us, man.
Thank you guys so much for having me. I appreciate everyone in Pearl Abyss NA. Appreciate you guys having me. Appreciate everyone who watched. Also appreciate everyone who supports me on the stream. If you guys weren't there, they probably wouldn't have invited me. So yeah, thank you guys so much. Appreciate all of it. It was super fun.
Yep. And real quick, if you guys are trying to catch this stream one more time, the EU Finals will be happening on Sunday, the 29th at 5 p.m. CEST. We will be having CM Enlave, GM Laffy, and our very own partner streamer, Hidden, casting that for you guys. And just a real quick shout out before we give you guys that final coupon code. Thank you to the GM team over behind the scenes and everybody who has been helping us with the production on this. They did a great job today, and it was all a very fun fun time for us just to be able to host this for you guys. Regardless, for all you guys that stuck around through the stream, congratulations on your drops, and here is your coupon code. Champion of Tuvala. Make sure you guys go and redeem it. Champion of Tuvala. No jokes, Frosty, about what's...
I don't have any jokes.
Champion of Tuvala. Make sure you guys go and check this out. I'm going to be using it myself.
I don't have
as
any
well.
jokes.
You don't have any jokes?
I got nothing, dude. I got nothing. Something about this
what
code.
What class do you play again?
Something about this code is fishy. I used to play Kuno. Now I'm waiting for the rework. So I'm playing Corsair. Me and my buddy LeBao, Frank.
Alrighty. Me and Frosty and our buddy LeBao here are going to be setting...
Look at this fish, LeBao! Oh, Frank. He PA'd me during that.
Alright. Thank you guys
Thanks,
for sticking around. Isn't he a pop? Thanks, you guys, for sticking around. I appreciate you guys. The Otters are going to be saying goodbye to you today. And one final special announcement before we head it off.
Oh.
For all of the players participating in this tournament, for all the players at home maybe watching this and thinking they want a piece of the action, we are officially announcing we'll be holding a trial 3v3 AOA tournament in the near future. So make sure you guys get your practice, get ready, and get ready to get some winnings if you guys want to compete. With that said, once again, I'm GM Armin, accompanied here by SoFrosty, and wish you guys all a good night. Take care, guys.